Yeah.
So I can straighten this up a little bit.
Is the mic grabbing?
Yeah. Audio. Did you see if it was? Yeah, going from there.
Sounds like it.
All right. I mean, it's acting like it wants to show up here on my side. There it is. Yep, it's live. Good job. Copy link. What?
Oh,
I did it the wrong way.
Hey man, don't drop the beer, man.
Basic instinct over here.
Ah,
just don't uncross your legs.
it's not a kill. It's not a kill.
Yeah, that was good. Got all our faces in it.
Around. Still gotta be a little bit careful the way I move. You know. I know. That's why I'm better, but I'm not like 100, like 98.
Does it sound like the mic is picking up from the microphone or from the camera? Camera. Nope.
Damn.
Yeah,
Snowball strikes again.
Yeah.
What happened?
It's the snowball sometimes connects, sometimes it doesn't.
That sucks. Maybe it's time for a new snowball.
Maybe. Or
It's been kicking what, like
yeah.
6-7 years already?
Yeah.
You can only put your balls through so much.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, how are your balls? Out of the three, there's only one working ball now.
That's what I'm saying. Though. It's about like 90% right now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You do realize you got to rub like 6 or 7 more.
Have you taken it for
a test drive yet?
Not at all. I haven't been able to. It's been too
Tender?
Yeah, tender. Okay.
Still? Well, you're crossing half your legs there.
Well, I am. It's like I gotta get comfortable.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, at one point was it its highest?
Probably about an 8 at the highest.
How long did that last?
The first
Asking
day.
for a friend.
The first day. Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah. The second day it was like 5, 6. You know. Then like by the end of the week it was like okay, I'm gonna be all right. You know.
Did you take any pain meds?
They gave me Tylenol.
How many milligrams?
No, not Tylenol. Ibuprofen, right?
How many milligrams?
They said to take 2 ibuprofens, you know, every 6 hours. I'm like,
All
all right.
Probably 100 milligrams.
I don't know how many milligrams. Just 2 of the little bolitas, you know.
That's probably 500.
Yeah.
We're fucking professional drug addicts.
Yeah.
Oh, for anybody that doesn't understand what just happened, you got a second. Oh wait. Oh no, you weren't left out of it. You was the big one.
Oh yeah.
No wait, you're still tender.
I know. I am a little tender.
You need some barbecue sauce for that tender?
Oh boy, that's some great way to start off the show there.
I just realized that look, one of the logos is a scissor.
Hey, daddy ass.
Oh, scissor me, daddy. Oh. God, I can't believe half the shit that wrestling fans come up with sometimes.
Oh, I know, right? We're bad. We're terrible people.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't want to make a new post. I want to share an old post.
Go for it.
What do you think with D23 stuff? Disney 23, all the announcements.
Oh, Inside Out 2.
Oh, they announced that?
Yeah.
Teenager.
Riley as a teenager?
Oh, shit.
That's going to be fun.
No, Riley discovering her period for the first time.
Oh, no.
That's going to be it. Apparently the red panda one didn't work. Let's try this. Meh about the Thunderbolt cast.
Werewolf by Night.
It's not the Thunderbolts, it's the leftovers, I guess.
Did they put the E-Haw back in the modern transmission?
Not yet. More like a moped.
Do you think because Thunderbolt Ross died, they would have?
Oh, William Hurt's dead, huh?
Yeah.
Man,
He
I was
would've been
thinking of
Red
the
Hulk.
Great Red Hulk. Yeah, that would have been interesting.
Werewolf by Night.
That's that
Horror.
40s, 50s horror movie in black and white.
Yeah.
I'm down with that. Seth Rogen as the Thing. Like, yeah. Seth Rogen is the Thing. John Boyega is Human Torch. Krasinski from Strange. He's Mr. Fantastic.
Oh,
His
good.
wife is not Sue Storm. It's somebody else. Oh, Henry Cavill's Dr. Doom.
Oh, hell yeah.
He's got the face for it.
And then
Until they put the mask on him, it doesn't matter who the
they
fuck.
could actually build cinematic on him. Yeah.
There's two things I was looking for that I didn't get.
What's that?
A new Capcom fighting game. Well, Marvel versus Capcom fighting game. Because Marvel's, now that they own Fox and Disney and all that shit, it's all under one tent. And Deadpool. They gotta put Deadpool in something.
Yeah.
I was thinking he would be a part of the Thunderbolts at least. Him alone could
They
probably
have
raise the
to.
whole group.
The new issue, you have Red Hulk saying something stupid, and he's like, "What the fuck did you just say?"
Yeah.
I think he's doing that shit.
But that's it. Well, not too much. No, I was gonna get the fucking arcade one up of the Marvel Capcom 2 collection. That shit sold out in like 5 seconds. Had my money in hand. They're like, nah, we don't want it.
You sure?
All right, shall we?
I think we shall.
All right. Live from the toy chest somewhere in the greater Houston area. It's the 406th edition of Houston Wrestling Radio. This is Abel.
This is Chris.
This is Hector. This is a big mouthful.
Yeah! Woo! Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. We very much appreciate it. If you are watching this live, go ahead and log into your YouTube account, your Google account. That way you can, chat along with us in the live chat. I'll see it right here on the old smartphone, and I'll try to involve you as best as I can in the show. So feel free to say hi, fact check, ask us questions, talk shit, whatever. I'll see it and I'll involve you as best as I can. If you're not watching this live, that's okay. You can still interact with us on Facebook, facebook.com/HoustonWrestlingRadio, or just drop a comment down below. Oh boy!
All right.
We got a lot of shit to
We
talk
got a
about
lot
today.
of nuts to
Slow
bust
news
tonight.
week? Yes, we do.
So we had Clash the Castle from WWE on Saturday. We had NXT World Collide on Sunday, and then we had AEW All Out Sunday night. Right. What do y'all want to talk about?
So should we make this easy and kind of go in chronological order? Okay. So let's start with Worlds Collide.
Wait,
Wait, what? We're starting chronological order.
I mean, no, sorry. No, not
it goes 1, 2, 3, not 2, 1, 3.
Yeah. So
Everybody from the 2-1-3,
Yeah.
put your motherfucking heads up.
Clash of Castle.
Yeah.
Clash of Castle.
Match of the week, candidate Sheamus and Gunther.
Yes.
Yeah,
The best Sheamus match I've ever seen.
correct.
I've never seen him more impactful, crisp, just everything in general. Chef's kiss on that match. Chef's kiss on Sheamus. Chef's kiss on Gunther.
Yeah.
He brought out the best in him.
The other one of the 3/4 of an Imperium wound up coming back, so now they have 3/4 of them. So cool. That was a good move, I would say. The match itself was really good. It was like
I'm still sore.
it was like, what if Walter versus Ilya Dragunov happened with Gunther, but with a bigger Ilya Dragunov, a bigger, tougher Dragunov
With less skin pigmentation.
Yeah.
Actually, that time it was over.
I didn't really expect to see that out of Sheamus.
Yeah.
And he did the damn thing. He took everything and he made it look believable. He looked besides like, oh my God, he was hitting him so hard, right? There was one particular point in that match that I really, really liked where I started to believe Sheamus.
Yes.
I started to believe him because I've never really done that, right? Like I've always been like, okay, he's like always been the number. And someday he'll realize his potential.
Too
you
white.
know? Yeah, or he's got some sort of silly gimmick. But I was like,
I mean, he's like a 3-time world champion.
I know. And every one of those reigns, I've been like, okay, yeah, whatever, right? But I felt like in this match, holy shit, I'm on board with Sheamus. And the reason why was because I think he was on board with himself. Like he was like digging deep to get that fighting spirit to overcome this big behemoth. And that wasn't something that I expected. One from Sheamus, two from the middle of the card, and three for an Intercontinental Championship match. And I also, my second thought after that was, holy shit, they're really making the IC title prestigious, worth something, meaningful.
Yeah.
You know?
As good or better than the other Intercontinental title match that main evented SummerSlam in '92. You put Sheamus Gunther over Bulldog Brett. We already know what his answer is.
I think
it's for the time setting because it was I can't even really say it was a storytelling because this one actually had it real good. Especially when the thing that got me, like the last time we were here, I told you I gave it a low rating because it was a Sheamus match.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I saw that, the way they set it up, of them both just staring mayhem around them, and as soon as I felt going at it, you know, got me back to being a Sheamus fan, you know. But putting it up against Bret Hart and Bulldog,
That's not fair, man.
no.
Give this 20 years.
Unless we find out that Gunther was like on drugs the whole time, and then
Sheamus carried him.
and then yes, it's better.
Yeah.
You gave kudos to a lot of people in that match. I'm gonna give some to something that I wasn't expecting. There was a point in the match where you could audibly hear the crowd chant for Walter, and Michael Cole turned it around and said, "Oh, listen to the audience in Cardiff paying tribute to Gunther's past."
Yeah, perfect. That's just
There's a lot more of that going around now in
Yeah.
general on WWE.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's a fucking history
they're not
lesson.
insulting our intelligence anymore. Oh, bizarro world, yeah, whatever. No, it's
But the way they brought back Imperium, because I don't
Yeah.
think they've been referencing that ever since Gunther got them.
No.
Yeah, they have. No.
Yeah,
So
so
just when the announcement of Imperium was like,
Yeah.
oh shit,
Yeah.
they brought it back.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
awesome.
That's really
And shit, they showed out already. Like, to fast forward a little bit to SmackDown, that fucking 6-man was awesome.
I told y'all in the
And-
chat if that
and-
Sheamus Gunther match hadn't happened at Castle, that would have been my match of the week
And
from WWE.
that was already paying dividends from the Clash, was how over Sheamus was. Everything he did, that crowd was hot. That crowd was
Seattle
fucking-
tends to be a sleeper crowd.
Yeah,
They'll
but-
surprise you.
Yeah, but it was just it was like it was a breath of fresh air to see somebody else over. Like I love when new people get over, but he's not new. He's been for a while, but like just to get I guess over if that makes any sense. If it makes any sense
And
or whatever.
he's not Marcel Bartel. Who the fuck is he now?
What you talking about?
Vinny Vinci.
Giovanni Vinci.
Giovanni
No,
Vinci.
first of all, Marcel Bartel is Ludwig.
Von Kai.
Oh yeah. Well, what was his name before?
Fabian Eichner.
Fabian Eichner.
And Marcel Bartel.
Yeah.
Marcel Bartel.
Okay, so all three of them have.
They all have
names.
different names. Yeah.
As long as you've already kept Imperium,
Yeah,
which is
okay.
that, which again
Okay.
the collective is worth more than its parts, even though the parts are
I
pretty
love Gunther's like attitude about everything. About his like, yeah, cool. I'm glad my name changed because now it's time for me to do something else. Like, yes, Walter is gonna live on, wherever I was from, but this is now, and like now I'm gonna make a name for myself as Gunther, outside.
But the way they connected him was calling him the Ring General.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I was like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
there's still enough familiarity with his character that you don't completely get lost.
So, did we all agree that at least for WWE that this is match of the week?
Yeah.
For
The
WWE.
one-on-one, yeah.
Yeah, for WWE.
Is this better than Cody versus Seth from Hell in a Cell, Abel?
That's the question I want to pose.
Well, I just posed it to you.
Okay.
Oh, we're doing it collectively? Okay.
All right. You want to?
It's me, Sa.
Like, yes, Cody, Seth had that. Oh shit, factor. Oh my God, factor. Like, yeah, like, given the circumstances, Cody did a good job. But if you take the pec injury out, this match run circles around that match.
Yeah, you're right.
And that there's just a little bit of an argument that Cody match should have never even happened.
Yeah.
There's some of us that say that you didn't need to have the match. I don't necessarily want to see Cody wrestling with half his arm hanging off.
Yeah.
Like it's more for Cody than it is for like the entertainment purposes. Like I'd rather not see if you're that injured, I'd rather not see you wrestle.
Was this May or June Hell in a Cell? June. This wasn't
June?
for Cody. This was for Vince.
I know.
If you do
I
this
know,
for Vince,
I know.
yeah,
You're gonna come back
and
be the champion.
hopefully Triple H, having torn 19 quads, will be like, you know what? Stay at home, player. We need you healthier. You don't need to go out there and do this shit.
You also smashed that throne with the sledgehammer.
I mean, you know,
I know, man. You never burn your bridges, bro. Never burn your bridges.
You're even right now. You're
Yeah.
even. That's what it is.
This is going to be a hard question. What else from Saturday stands out that you want to bring up, good or bad?
What else
I
happened?
feel like we should have, one of us should have had a list of the matches.
I do, but we're not always 4 hours.
Seth and Riddle was
Seth and
actually
Riddle was-
really
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
good.
I love that he used Riddle's own like
Final
anger against him.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, it was violent rage, and man, he got a fucking big ass chipotle on his forehead though. Stomped him right into the fucking ground.
Yeah.
I did like that promotion video from for McIntyre with the
Broken Dreams?
Yeah.
I think Riddle should have won that though.
It's easy.
Mm,
Sometimes
yeah.
easy is right, but I think there's 2 more matches at least.
Oh,
For
yeah,
that.
all that exactly. That continues the story. Also, Seth hadn't won a singles match in a year on pay-per-view, so you got to give it that.
Yeah, he technically won at the Royal Rumble.
I see that story ending up between Seth and Randy. Because Randy Seth did a call out to Randy with the hanging DDT.
Yeah, I can see that. What do y'all think about the ending? Do you think the right person won? After reading the room.
Reading the room doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's 150,000 people. Roman is not losing the belt in 2022. That's it. Swallow it, make it work. That's it.
I mean, I get it. I get why Roman didn't win, but at the same time, fuck, if he did lose to fucking Drew McIntyre in Cardiff without anybody else,
The stadium would have exploded.
yeah, that would have been like one of the all-time biggest pops ever. Like that would have been bananas.
What
You
was
know?
the bigger miss drop ball? Drew losing in general, or Drew losing because of Sokoa?
Drew losing in general.
In general, because I actually love what WWE circumstances. Of course, neither Uso could travel because
I
of,
thought you were going to say circumcision.
because of
It's really that kind of night.
Why you gotta look at him?
because of legal purposes. The Usos could not go Us over there, so they had another Us. There wasn't the honorary Us,
Yeah.
so it was an actual Us.
Yeah.
But that was actually pretty cool, and I still love how they dressed him up on Friday, like to make him a big deal. Like,
Oh man, I'm gonna go on a nice little 20-second detour.
Mhm.
My MVP of the year so far is fucking Sami Zayn.
Wow.
Holy shit, dude!
Lord.
From him being the little bitch to him doing the fucking
Dude.
and then like even Solo was like a little hesitant and just
Mhm.
nodded with him in the ring, subtlety. And then when Sammy saved him from that chair whooping, you saw Solo backstage
Yeah.
actually acknowledging Sammy.
I think.
So at some point, Jay's got to come around. At
I
some
would say,
point,
I
because
think,
Jimmy's already down and Solo's already giving him some more cred.
I
So
think
that's
Sammy
the
and
point.
Jay are gonna have a fucking barn burner of a match.
Yeah.
by the end of the year.
Yeah.
It's brewing.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I think it's gonna get instigated by Kevin Owens.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I saw something that Kofi actually posted yesterday. He said,
This is great.
so Kofi, he said that Sammy's trying to get in with, you know, with the Usos, right? But he's also wanted to still be cool with Kevin Owens. He would solve both problems if he just changed his name to Sam Owens. Sam Owens. Sam Owens.
Because they are the ones.
Yeah, they would all be the ones.
God damn.
I think we made the decision and kind of blew through it, but I want to be clear. we are 100% saying that this is a very, very strong contender for match of the year on WWE side. With
This is
being
WWE's
Shane-
candidate.
Sheamus versus
Yeah.
Gunther.
That's
Okay.
that's on our list now.
Yeah.
That's dethroning Cody versus
Going into 2022, I wasn't very optimistic that whatever wound up being the match of the year for WWE was even going to compete to any of the other
Yeah.
overall. But right
Well,
now,
you've
it
been
might.
pessimistic all year
It might.
because it's been out of your WWE diet and barely creeping back in even after WrestleMania.
You should
Sure.
go back in a month or so and rewind and rewatch or watch the review. Was it the triple tag team?
Yeah, RKO, Alpha Academy,
yeah.
and
Who was it? Street Profits? No,
no, Street Profits. Yeah,
there was a third team. Fucking fire match.
that was
Like,
on our list.
Yeah, I know.
They got- yeah.
Yeah, that I think if you go in order, it's Gunther, Sheamus, that match, and then Seth and Cody. That match was a fucking like hidden gem of the Vince McMahon era.
Bianca and Becky from WrestleMania is also was.
Yeah,
so far.
yeah, that's right.
Okay,
That was a good
okay.
match.
Are we gonna get Dominic Guerrero? He's like facially almost there.
I love it.
He's got the mullet just like his real daddy.
Dude, to be fair, he finally has us caring about him. Like, and this is like, it goes back to for how many years did we say, dude, turn Roman heel, turn Roman heel, turn Roman heel. We don't like him as a babyface.
And now everybody loves him as a
Dominic
heel.
has this thing of like, we didn't like him as a babyface. Like, he's not like an
You're
unlikable
not a
guy.
Mysterio, you're 6 feet
Yeah,
tall.
dude, he never fit the mold. He had to do something else. And I love everything that's coming from it. I love how big Rhea is getting out of all this. I love that out of the three, one, Corey said it best because I can't remember who, I think it was Cole said, like, Finn Balor, feels like the leader, the de facto leader, and said, no. In fact, they all say neither one of them is the leader. They're all
They're a
equal
unit.
parts.
Yeah.
And that's so fucking awesome because of Rhea, too, because Rhea's getting the shine. She's bigger than Finn. But as far
And
as,
Dominic.
yeah, but in general, like, she's getting the rub in this whole fucking feud right now.
Oh, she was definitely giving
Oh,
Dominic a rub.
yeah.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah.
If we're putting
You made him into a man.
yeah, well, you wrap your legs around his face, what else is gonna happen?
These two, man, look.
If you want to solidify Judgment Day as a threat, who should get a belt first out of the four? Rhea.
Rhea.
I'm thinking Rhea too.
Rhea goes over.
I'm not sure if that would
Raw
like
champ.
visibly make her the leader. Because Bianca still, yeah. But Rhea, yeah. I think the only thing that's missing is that Dark Order kind of vibe where they should all be together at all times. Like if Rhea has a women's match, they need to be out there ringside or sitting or out at the ramp or something to show the support instead of her just being out there by herself.
And they all get involved in the shenanigans every time.
Fair. Going back to the main event, I actually thought it was going to be a genius idea. If when Austin Theory came out, I was like, perfect, fancy booking. He comes out, he pins Roman, and whenever he comes out the next day on Raw, like, well, yeah, we'll go to the Roman was like, hold on, you didn't beat me for that, you beat me for this belt, and then like that still keeps Roman strong with a title.
It's like read your contract.
Yeah, exactly. I thought they missed an opportunity with that.
Oh, they can have the wise man do that.
Yeah. But I
would
love
love to see that legal mumbo
Yeah,
jumbo come
yeah.
out of Paul Heyman.
Yeah. But that was all replaced. Because damn, that fucking knockout
He
punch.
ate a lot.
Theory, that was beautiful.
If he pulled that punch, he made it look fucking good. 'Cause I thought that was a live
Yeah.
round.
That was great. So it still makes him like he's still money in the bank. He's still the cowardly heel, whatever. But he's growing on everybody. I think I've been loving Austin Theory, but like he's growing on everybody else. I think lately.
Do you think that crowd actually made the company realize, like, hey, next time you come, better be made?
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure if it's.
I think they're gonna have at least a yearly.
I'm not sure if it's a mania, but before COVID, I was actually impressed that they were putting the W in WWE because they had the show in Australia. That Super Showdown in Australia. We might not like the reasoning or the people that are benefiting from it, but the WWE universe in Saudi Arabia is enjoying a lot of fucking live television.
Yeah.
You know, before then they had that Brock special, Beast in the East in Japan.
Oh, that one was good.
Yeah. So
So Triple H.
one or two of the big four at an actual big out of the country stadium, I'm down with that.
Yeah. Triple H said it best on his interview with Ariel. Can't remember.
Helwani.
Yeah, Helwani. About NXT in general, but it just what he wants to do. He wants to have like NXT Japan, NXT Europe, NXT like just expand. He misspoke by saying he wants a World Cup ride, meaning like they'll compete against each other. He just meant like there's like they got somewhere in every single continent basically, and that will be the feeders into like Raw and SmackDown, but also whenever they go out there, just how in Saudi, how Mansoor is so fucking over there already, just because he's from there. So every time they go to one of those places, if they already have someone solidified there, it makes it even better.
I mean, I know that when we have WrestleMania here, there's always all kinds of people from all over the globe, and they're all repping. They all have their flags, and they treat it as their yearly vacation, and they fucking have the time of their
Imagine
life.
us doing that over there.
Going to Paris, going to London, going to Tokyo,
Mexico City.
Yeah. Dubai. Like, goddamn. Like, hey.
Maybe not Saudi still. I mean, all four of us could pass by easily.
Oh, yeah. Think of it in
But I don't know how we can recover from that.
We just move on. Is there anything else from Clash at the Castle that you guys want to speak on?
There was another match that I really liked. Not coming to mind. That's one thing I wish I had the list.
Here's how we move on from what you just said. I'm already liking Saturday pay-per-views. Saturday pay-per-views at noon.
Oh.
Yeah, that was nice.
Dude, that was nice.
That was nice. I had the rest of my evening to go do whatever I
that
wanted
was
to.
nice.
Yeah.
Like 3, 4 o'clock, I get a little buzz by 3, 4 o'clock.
That's have brunch, watch the show.
We talked off camera about how expensive and shit WrestleMania and the new stadium is going to be in LA. But I went to 21. Humble flex. I got out of WrestleMania 21. The sun was still out because of the 2-hour time difference. I was like, oh shit, I can still do stuff.
Yeah.
Same thing with Takeover, War Games in LA. I got out and I was like, holy shit, I still have a fucking evening. Let's go hit it.
Yeah.
So,
Dude, Saturday
around the world, better schedule.
Fucking perfect. Because also you still have everybody's eyes who's like just home on the weekend and like, oh, that's cool. So I think that's pretty solid.
Yeah, do laundry, eat some brunch.
Hands up if you're going to Royal Rumble next year in San Antonio.
I'm going. Abel kind of pissed in my cornflakes because he told me that Abel says the Alamo Dome sucks.
Like, Donkey Ball.
Yeah, that's where it's gonna be.
Yeah,
Alamo Dome is
it's awful, but it's right near downtown. There's a whole bunch of shit nearby.
Royal Rumble
is a weekend, bro.
Yeah, the Royal Rumble is my favorite event. Out of all the events, I know WrestleMania, popping circumstances and everything. The Royal Rumble is my favorite event. I still have like deep regret not being able to go in 2020 here.
17. 2020 here.
Yeah. The year COVID started basically.
Yeah.
I was super fucking broke, like dangerously broke. Like I don't know how I was gonna pay my rent that month or whatever, so like I couldn't go. Like I really wish I had quite a bit of money just to go and be there because my favorite event. My favorite event in my hometown, and it ended up being when Edge came back. It was like amazing Royal Rumble too. I regret not going, but I'm not gonna not go to fucking the one in San Antonio.
All right.
I'm gonna get that whole weekend off. I'm gonna go party in San Antonio. By party, I mean fall asleep by 9 o'clock the night before. But and then just fucking go and come back because I want Royal Rumble my favorite, and I love San Antonio. And
Penny's gonna go ape shit.
Penny's there out of Houston.
What? If you're gonna go solo, tell me.
Oh no, I'm going with the family. Well,
Okay.
me, like my wife and my mother-in-law.
Okay.
We're gonna shut off for the tickets anyway.
You want to pick about any other match from Saturday? Or are you talking about the 6-woman tag?
I love that match. Damage Control, the one started it. Yeah. You know what? Let's talk about that match because I knew it was one that it was very, very pleasant, like surprise. Dude, everybody in Damage Control got their shine at any given point, and they all had like subtle nods to their past. That's what Bailey. Bailey's more of like, here's what I am now, how bad I am. But like Io had that like mysterious shit to it that she did the flips and everything. Dakota Kai had the whole like the team kick like vibe. Everything was just like they did a really good job. If you didn't know who they were, introducing you to who they were, and if you did know who they were, kind of paying homage to why they're where they are, and why they should have always been where they are. That was my 2 cents about it.
Cool. Did anyone watch Worlds Collide?
Yes.
No.
Yes. I watched it.
Really?
Yeah. I watched
Not
it.
surprised.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I watched it.
Your match of the event from Worlds Collide.
I don't think I have one.
All that good or all that bad?
All that okay. The women's match was actually pretty good. Mandy, that's the best I've ever seen Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose probably stole the show. Now I'm not saying she was put a fucking like banger, but like
That's the best I've
that's
seen
the
her.
best I've seen Mandy Rose.
She held her own
And that-
against Mako.
Yeah,
She held her own.
yeah.
I like the photo shoot afterwards.
Oh yeah.
Two belts.
Match of the week candidate Carmelo and Ricochet.
Really?
Yeah.
Like if you're a hardcore wrestling
Yeah.
fan, already put $60 down for All Out, and you want to try to pull them in just for a minute, and you watch that first match, Carmelo and Ricochet. Okay, you're becoming competition.
So last
You're
week,
putting effort to becoming competition.
when we previewed it,
That match wasn't announced.
no, I know, but remember we were talking about it in general about Will Ospreay. And you're like, hey, you remember him and Ricochet had that fucking thing? That's what they did.
Yeah.
To start the match.
Really?
Yeah,
They did the
they paid
whole
homage.
fucking everything, the whole thing. Almost damn near exactly how
Yeah.
Ospreay and Ricochet did it. So I was like, off the bat, you're like, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, and then Ricochet elevated Carmelo so high because again, how we were saying about Sheamus, there was a point in time in that match where you believed Ricochet was going to win. Yeah. Like, oh, shit, he's going to come back and be the champion here. Afterwards, his girlfriend being a tag team champion, but you know, so good.
If we're going on the missed opportunity theme, Braun going over on Tyler Bate has cemented Carmelo as my A champ. At this point, the total package, Carmelo is better than Braun for me.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's easy to get starstruck with Braun because he's a Steiner and he looks exactly like his dad, poor kid.
Yeah.
And he does his family moves very well. He is a great kin to their Ryu.
For what?
But Carmelo is fucking dude. Carmelo's got the it factor that just comes out of every fucking floor with him. Like he grabs the mic before he even says the word. You look at him and he looks like a fucking star.
Yeah,
and Trick is his muscle. It's the fucking joke in a good way.
So I love Trick. Just gets sprinkled in perfectly.
Yeah.
He's not too like in the way, but you don't forget about him. He's just there. He's very subtle like what he does, but it's good. It's good. I looked at the entire thing. Yeah. Hello, and it started with a bang and just couldn't
match that.
No, it couldn't.
Okay, All Out.
All out.
$50.
I'm gonna say this.
$50 fucking
I'm
dollars.
gonna start by saying this. We complimented Clash of the Castle being when the sun was still out.
Bro.
There is no fucking reason as a wrestling promotion that you have with your pre-show 15 fucking matches in one night.
Yeah.
And especially when your live Rampage is like 25% Dynamite recaps.
Yeah.
That would have been the perfect opportunity to have a special 2-hour all-in go-home show and put like all four of the 0-hour matches on Friday and pull 1 or 2 matches from your main card and have that as your buy-in special.
Yeah.
That's fucking and you could tell in that audience.
Dude,
It was exhausting.
They were fucking gassed midway through that damn pay-per-view, man.
I didn't see 0 hour.
No, me neither.
Ishii and Kingston with I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Does it match up to the New Japan one?
no. And the biggest reason is again the audience. Last year, CM Punk and Darby opened the show, so that crowd just like came all over in the beginning.
Yeah.
This year, they knew their hometown boy was the main event in this weird ass fucking story that got them there, and I felt like they were conserving their energy. There was maybe like 2 or 3 moments in the actual pay-per-view where that crowd forgot they were saving their energy and lost their shit just for them to get completely let the fuck down.
Yeah.
And man, and now they announced Full Gear in Newark, and I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to go.
Yeah.
I don't know because it's gonna end at 12:30 on Monday on Sunday morning.
1:30 their time.
No, 12:30 their time. 11:30.
It just ended up close to the midnight here. So fuck that, man. It did start very promising though, because like I said, I shelled out the 50. I said fuck it.
SD on standard definition.
No, it was HD. I had the Bleacher Report app on my TV. so everything was crystal clear and it was good. Don't get me wrong, no complaints as far as quality. It's just, man, I expected too much. And I remember I asked, I was like, are my expectations of AEW too high? You immediately answered yes.
I asked that last
Yeah.
week on
Yeah.
the show.
I think, but whose
It's
fault
their
is it?
mania.
Whose fault
We
is it?
expect to
Is
have
it
that
their fault or
expectation.
our fault?
It's all of it.
Okay.
It's their WrestleMania,
Yeah,
so we can't help but be
Exactly.
excited.
Yeah. So I
They're
was
3-0 at this point
yeah, so I was
before
like,
this
fuck it.
show.
It started off with a great ladder match. Until the end. Everything else,
Oh, that's wrong.
dude, fucking the Lucha Brothers are fucking stealing the damn show.
That's wrong.
Really?
Okay,
I
so
don't think
you got one of the Mexicans in there with the Yankee pinstripes.
Yeah.
And then the other Yankee pinstripe Mexican came up, and they're both in the ring by themselves.
Oh, yeah.
Do either of them rush to get the chip? Do any of them have a recognition of, no, they both had the opportunity to end the match right there, especially when the commentary made it very clear the match can end before all the participants have entered. And they were right there, and they did butt fuck nothing. It made no logical sense to me. They lost.
So,
And the ending just
so
pushed me
by
further
them
out.
saying that, especially by the commentators saying that, that's a stupid rule. That's like
Okay.
winning the elimination chamber when it's just 1-on-1.
Okay.
You could still eliminate people before the last person.
Okay, that's saying the elimination chamber doesn't have a flaw.
Mhm.
This is a very clear flaw. You can win the match before anybody else comes out.
Well, it's the luck of the draw, so you can just blame luck that you drew towards the end.
Yeah. So that's the people buying the
Now,
fucking
see,
tickets.
I didn't catch that.
The Joker screwed it
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
JF's like, oh fuck.
Go cry to Batman.
Yeah, I didn't catch that little detail, but I thought it was a great match. I really liked it,
Yeah.
and I was intrigued as to what happened at the end. And the feeling of the people that I was watching it with was, this better be something good that resolves tonight,
Yeah.
or this was a huge
Yeah,
I
mistake.
said the
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah, I think that was like a given thing everyone could think of. I am in with one of my good friends who were watching it basically. We were basically watching it together by Emmy, and he's just like, yo, if this doesn't pay off tonight, that's a real big mistake.
Yeah, because it was
I'm
just
like-
so weird.
So
the
I
way it
was- Historically, the match starts when the Joker comes out, basically, you know, like as far as
Yeah.
it ramps up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ended with him coming out.
Right.
So
There was no crescendo.
no, I was like,
Nothing.
fuck, huh? Oh, huh? Okay, fuck it. Who is it? What? Why are you leaving?
And then there's the other issue. Dollar Store NWO is in the ring and they throw everybody out. Morrissey don't want the chip.
Yeah.
Moriarty don't want the chip.
That's the
Neither
whole
of the
reason why.
Well,
Well,
the chip.
it made sense who went out and got the chip. That's like the manager of everybody, the one who's in charge, the one who's helping orchestrate.
All
all
the ones
things.
to
But
shine.
no, it makes sense.
So,
It makes sense. If
If
they're
they
all
did
on
it-
the same page.
They should have done kind of like Ellsworth did it with Carmella.
Carmella, yeah.
That how over did that get? Oh, let's do it again because we fucked it up so bad the first time.
But that's
Y'all
the thing
remember?
that it led up to something at the very end of the show.
Well, tell that crowd because in that moment they shat on it.
Yep.
And you could tell it. You could smell it.
Wait, I just
No,
thought of something.
I don't.
It was Stokely Hathaway.
Yeah,
The
it
winner
was-
was.
Stokely won by getting it, didn't he?
Now that was the one part that I was unsure about. It was like, well, since Stokely was the one that retrieved it, doesn't that make him the winner? But
But
like,
there was no joke. The timer hadn't gone out. So
and
that
he
didn't-
wasn't an actual participant. So I figured that okay, well, since he wasn't a participant, that's how they kind of got around
So
it.
when he came
and
in,
and when he
gave
handed it to MJF,
Okay. that-
MJF was the
okay.
actual
I couldn't
participant.
remember right now. What
Yeah.
it
Isn't that the way he showed up that money for the Rolling Stones song?
Oh yeah, sympathy for the devil.
Yeah, I thought that was good too.
I mean, that's genius storytelling.
Yeah.
That's like long term. When you let it know, you let everybody think, hey, MJF might really leave. And MJF,
I mean, I thought MJF really did leave.
Yeah.
I mean, I betrayed myself when I was in Vegas because that entire time when I was out there, it was just me and Porsche, and I wasn't able to like have this where I could, say what I wanted to say. I in Vegas was like, this is the work. This is the work. Sean Ross or whatever his name is from Fightful. This dude is
Sean Sapp.
Sean Sapp. Yeah.
Sean Sapp, his name is Sean Sapp.
He is getting the Meltzer treatment that everybody talks about that they gave Meltzer.
Mhm.
Which I mean, JBL, like, oh, we told him anything that way, he just like shit. This is
I've been a conspiracy theorist about this for the longest time. This is the second layer of kayfabe. That's why I was like, this is a work. This is a work. This is a work. This is a work. It's another month, 2 months, 3 months. You know, maybe fuck, maybe it wasn't a work. Fuck. And when I to that point where I've accepted it, like, okay, this probably wasn't a work, and if it's gone, got me. Ah, fuck, it was a work. Hell yeah. And that colored the way I feel about the rest of the evening, but we'll get to that.
That's the emotional roller coaster that AEW likes to put you through.
Yes. So, and I like it. I'm not complaining.
What I think what you were alluding to is the scrum. I thought that was a work.
Oh, we're not there yet.
We're not there yet.
No, what I'm saying in general, like, that got me to thinking what I was going to think later on.
Exactly.
When I'm looking at on my app, on my phone, yeah, it's getting work, whatever. We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Out of the weekend, if you had the pencil, which finish would you change? Drew losing on Saturday, Tyler Bate losing on Sunday, or the Acclaim losing on Sunday?
The Acclaim. Instantly.
Yeah.
They read the room so wrong.
Yes.
It sounds like they still think that Swerve and Our Glory is more over than Acclaim 2, or working as good as good guys. Like, everyone's just waiting on Strickland to fucking turn on them.
And you know, that's part of it there. Part of it is that we've been waiting for Strickland to turn on Keith. And part of it is we've been trying to cheer for the Acclaim, even though they're technically heels.
Yeah.
They would have done the thing that everybody says is so hard to do in wrestling. The double turn. They would have solidified both of those teams as
And they had it.
the other way around.
Fucking kick,
Yeah.
lead.
And I think that other thing is a smaller part of a bigger deal. Because you were there in Vegas when this happened also. The tournament for the women's title.
Yeah.
Everyone was waiting for, was it Statlander to win, or for and Ruby wound up winning, and everyone shat on Ruby winning.
Yeah.
I think the crowd is becoming smart enough to realize that they prefer their AEW originals over the ex-WWE people.
As
And I
they
think
should.
that came out even more
Yeah.
with the Acclaim losing.
As-
Regardless that the daddy ass was in the team.
Yeah.
I think people are wanting the
Daddy ass is
AEW
not-
people.
Daddy ass is not wrestling. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And he's putting over the team.
Yeah.
The
He's
Acclaim
buddies are
Acclaim
running
went from
now.
here to here with
Yeah,
Billy Gunn.
yeah, and keep in mind, his buddies are running the other company now.
Yeah.
Literally, like Triple H rolled out and Shawn Michaels run WWE now. Billy Gunn's over here,
Putting over the little
over
ones.
the little ones, and not getting the fucking not getting them
Rosen.
over, because Khan keeps giving like the shots to the WWE guys. And it's like,
And I would also, on top of this, on top of what all we just said about this match, I would also argue that this was the best match of the night.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna argue with that.
Yeah,
that was
that's
a
a
great
match of the
match.
week
Yeah.
too for me.
And
That was a great match.
and if the Acclaimed had won, I would argue that it had been
Match of the year.
the match
Yeah.
of the year candidate,
Yeah,
the best
definitely.
match of the entire fucking weekend.
That ending ruined the match. As far as like from being in holding that phrase.
Yeah,
For even John Cena to put him over on
Dude,
the
yeah.
weightlifting, I was
Yeah.
like, oh shit.
And Rollins putting over the match in
Yeah.
general over the weekend. And his
Yeah.
week.
That's kind of like this is not a good week for Tony Khan. Like that right there. Everyone else telling you fucked up and put the wrong person won. What day after everyone's telling WWE they fucked up, but the wrong. Then there's May Drew's not the best. It's like, oh yeah, I get it. At least you got to sing fucking at the end of the show with Tyson Fury. They got shit. Yeah.
Are they forgiven to you if they win in the rematch at Grand Slam in the front of a bigger audience, live on television with more viewers than the pay-per-view?
No. Damage is done.
The moment
The moment's over. You
the
can't
iron's not
replicate
as hot.
it. No, because we're expecting it now.
Yeah.
There was still that chance. And that's what we wanted even more. Like, it's probably not going to happen, but if it does, hell yeah. Now it's like, cool, yeah, you're giving it. We told you to do this.
it depends how the build goes, and it depends what actually happens with the match. Again,
Still going to pop.
I wanted a double swerve. I don't want Swerve turning on Keith, because that's what we're expecting.
Mhm.
If they had done the actual double swerve where Keith
Both of them
and Strickland are both heels, oh fuck, that would have that would have subverted my expectations. But double.
You know what? I'm thinking Star Wars here. I'm thinking Keith is gonna reluctantly become heel and just going with it, and then later on finding a way to disassociate himself with it because they're selling Keith as like, I'm not gonna be a bad guy, but he's my partner, and we're champs. I don't want to lose this,
And we're trying to win.
and we're trying to win. So you notice that Dynamite when Swerve came out to interrupt the rap, Keith wasn't with him.
He wasn't there. Nope.
But that was because of the fallout from the match.
Yeah.
Because Lee scissored.
Yeah, he gave him the respect. And
Yeah.
Swerve's like, what
Yeah.
the fuck you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm already thinking Grand Slam is going to be the turn, which you're already expecting.
Yeah.
And that's going to take away the moment from the Acclaim winning the title.
And see, that's what I didn't want. I didn't want the obvious, the tag team splitting up and stabbing each other in the back because they lost the titles, right? Like, lose the titles and then don't give me what I expect, what I learned from wrestling.
right there and then.
Either slow build it or don't do it at all. At all. Like, all of a sudden, they're just dicks together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of two endings that I think should have gone the other way.
Okay, what's the other one?
Athena.
Okay.
I think she should have beat Jade.
Do
And
you agree? I wouldn't go that far. I will say that
given more time.
both that and Powerhouse matches should have had at least 5 more minutes. I feel like they were robbed
Okay.
because I've said this more than once. Jade is their woman right now, and she is their top woman.
Yeah.
And she might not be 10 stars in the ring, but as a
She don't
complete
need to be.
package,
No, she
she
don't.
don't need to be. Her positives are higher positives than her negatives being that negative. And she just stands out from every other woman that's on there.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't hurt that she's black.
Yeah.
So
She's
going,
your star. And the fact that you only gave her, 6 minutes to Athena, another woman that could probably walk her through a 12-minute
Athena is
match.
better than most of any other women's wrestlers in that company.
Yeah.
think about it. If right now we were complaining about them giving the spotlight to ex-WWE wrestlers, Athena is all that. So if you're gonna save that moment to lose for Jay to lose it to,
I think,
honestly, I think they're waiting for Statlander.
no.
That's gonna be another year.
Oh no.
Story.
At this point, I'm
That's
having
okay.
I'm having Jade win both the belts.
Wait a year.
Yeah, I've beaten every woman except the AEW champion. I'm the champion. Let's put them together, and she wins the belt. She's like Roman. She ain't losing any time this year.
Yeah, because you know what? Who do you see
She
beating
stands
her?
out more than any other woman out there. Britt Baker had her moment,
Yeah.
and she's still great.
Yeah.
She's solid number 2 for me.
Yeah.
But right now, you run with Jade.
Okay.
Dude, she's
Everybody was the way the Hater.
Hater's
Hater.
Hater's my 1A. Hater's my 1A.
Yeah.
Maybe Hater beats Jade and Jade goes for the main belt.
That's still both homegrown.
And that's another match where they dropped the ball. They should have had Hater.
Hater won
this match.
You need time to build up Hater because right now she might be a threat, but if you want her to take the belt off of Jade, she needs to definitely be a threat, and that's going to take some more time in the oven. While you have that in the oven, you're cooking over here, getting up to 40, 50, 60, 80, 90, 100 wins with Jade.
Now, hold on though.
And that's another bad call where an ex-WWE woman went over Haterade that everyone wanted to drink some of that Haterade.
It's really.
And we've had a lot of that
I
all
do-
out.
I do
We've had a
know.
lot of that.
So I do know that Tony Stark did make her name more NXT than WWE. I hesitate to call her WWE because how bad they did her on the main roster. So I wouldn't even like.
But she built her career with
Through
UK.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Anything NXT and NXT UK, that was them. But it would be like Ilya Dragunov never going to the main roster and going to AEW and winning a title. Would you be upset about it? Exactly. I'm not a
Tony didn't even have that sting. She was on there for 3 weeks and said,
Exactly.
fuck it,
That's what
Charlotte
he's-
threw it.
that's what I'm
That's
saying.
what I'm saying.
She doesn't have that thing for me, so I'm okay with her winning. But I still think Hater should have won.
Oh, yeah.
Hater should have won. No, but I was going to say, technically, Jay's their B champ. That's a B belt.
I know.
So
So is Melo. He's a B champion.
Yeah.
But guess who I'm rooting for? Guess who I'm watching?
yeah,
Even though she has a TBS title with Dynamite.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tita was the one that should be like.
And
hey,
again,
you change the name.
that was a pay-per-view, not on TBS, so she
Yeah.
shouldn't have even defended the belt.
We're getting technical.
Hey, it was
Bitch! Then AEW, all you have is a fucking rule on that.
And-
They all
and
these
you know
fucking
what?
random ass rules.
All of these matches that we're talking about where the wrong person won, I still think all the matches themselves were really good.
I
The
don't-
Powerhouse needed at least 5 more.
Yeah.
The Jay needed
No,
at least 5
but
more.
Powerhouse, the right person won. That.
Oh, the right
Oh,
person.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, do I want to see Ricky more? Do I want to see Ricky win? Yes, but Powerhouse just yeah.
We're not a
Powerhouse
fan of
needed
the
that win.
finish, though? Because
Powerhouse
that shit
needed
came
that.
out of
I
nowhere.
don't even
The
remember.
finish came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I do like that. I love that the spine buster is its move. Like, I love that. In the same vein as I told you the other day, Warlow needs a better move. The power bomb is like it's such a B move. Like,
The Symphony, though, puts it over.
Would
What was
would
that
you-
finish he did where he holds him up on the corner, then he gives
It
him
was
that
spike.
the spike? But
Yeah.
it looked nasty when he used to do it as a heel.
Honestly,
Yeah.
if Wardlow would have done if he would have considered doing the Symphony as the you remember the Jericho Powerbomb?
Yeah, the three.
Where the 3 one?
yeah,
That would be
way
good.
more. This just seems like, oh, okay, cool. Kind of like Suplex City type deal.
Yeah.
But like less, and you can tell he's trying to get it more over than the crowd, and the crowd's kind of like, oh yeah, he wants us to do this.
No, but here's the problem. That's another issue with AEW right now. Wardlow didn't have to do this. The reason people liked it was because the people were doing it. AEW dropped the ball on it.
Yeah, I was because I don't get that.
This was not Wardlow 3 months ago, 6 months ago.
Yeah.
3 months ago, 6 months ago, we were frothing at the mouth.
Yeah, I remember
for
saying that. I remember
Wardlow and
thinking,
MJF.
yeah, I like Wardlow guy. He's getting, but then like,
MJF put him over, and he was right here, and then what the fuck's going on? What the
He
fuck's
won the
going on?
belt.
Wardlow had to go on Dynamite and
Yeah.
tell people, hey, remember what I used to do
Yeah.
all the way back up here?
Exactly, and I don't like the Goldberg chants before the match. I think it's lame. The Wardlow.
And well,
I think it's lame.
and the real Goldberg of AEW is Jake.
Yeah, you're doing it on the wrong guy. Sure.
A 9 on the She-Hulk cosplay.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it took me a while.
yeah.
What the fuck?
I play
yeah.
Marvel Capcom 3, and that's what she looks like in the game.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, she almost pulled what's it called? The trips and falls.
Really?
Oh,
She
the
almost
Shockmaster.
tripped. The
Shockmaster.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Oh
shit.
my god.
Almost
He saved it.
fell.
He saved it.
The trios title. It's kind of like a icky thing to talk about right now.
No,
Well,
wait,
they made
okay.
it very clear from the beginning that they were the trios titles were meant to be the Young Bucks. And
Yeah.
I think I'm getting brainwashed by Cornette that the Bucks don't want to do FTR 3, knowing FTR is going to blow them out the water in popularity, so they're doing their own shit. And I think I'm kind of running with that narrative.
Okay, sure, fair.
I'm probably
Fair.
wrong, and
Yeah,
I
I
don't.
mean,
but
Honestly, I don't care if that's right or wrong. I really don't care. I like the match. I think that yes, they should have won because while there was some interesting stuff there with Hangman on the other side of the ring, Hangman and the other two from Dark Order aren't as cohesive as a team as the Elite, right?
Yeah, well, what's cohesive with that fucking Larry at the end? God damn, he killed him.
That's true.
He fucking killed him.
That's true.
And I just stared at him after, like, I'm sorry.
And I just really enjoyed the match itself. I
It was a good
really
match.
hyped.
It was
I
a
was
good
really
match.
hyped for that match. It was the second or maybe even third best match of the night.
Yeah, the match was.
oddly enough, because those were the second or third match of the night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that match surprised me how good it was. Because I was like, okay, cool. They're just gonna have, their trios just go over. But no,
Silver and Reynolds got over it. They themselves
more
are a
specifically
unit.
Silver.
They've got some
More
fucking
specifically
moves.
Silver.
Yes.
I love
They've got
that
the
they
team
were
going.
putting over the fact they were already a tag team before.
Yeah.
That's I'm always very quick to tell you how much I don't like the commentary on AEW. When they get it right, they get it right.
So are Silver and Hungy, are they
Silver and Hungy are the same person.
are they or excuse me, yeah.
Silver and Reynolds.
Is Silver and Reynolds are they bad and Hungy? Or
Yes.
So
Yeah.
good is Hangman.
Yeah.
So good, bad, and Hungy? Okay.
Yeah.
So
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
yeah, the good, the bad, yeah,
Ah.
yeah, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yeah. So I don't think that
like this stuff with Hangman there, it needs to end
Yeah.
with
That-
that
that
match.
was-
Now, before we get to the rest that we're gonna get to, I thought, okay, cool, let's let Hangman go and do something. You know, because it's kind of
Well, he did. He lost to Danielson on Wednesday.
Yeah, he kind of did. But man, I'm disappointed that I'm not going to get to see the trio champions, the rightful trio champions, like really do what I kind of wanted them to do. Because ever since before AEW was AEW, the Elite were the ones that were keeping the Bullet Club afloat.
Yeah.
The Elite were the ones that were making AEW sound like, are they actually gonna fucking do this?
Yeah,
Did they
yeah.
really? You know, it was them. Yeah, sure. You had Cody and you had Hangman kind of peppered in there, and they all worked together.
Jericho.
Yeah, but the true heart and soul of it all was those three guys. So when AEW started, we wanted to be the champ, and we wanted the Bucks to be the tag champs. That's what we wanted from the get-go. And then Kenny got injured, the Bucks are injured, they're doing one thing, these guys do another. They didn't want to win the titles right off the bat because they're going to be like, oh, well, of course, you're the ones that are the...
Yeah, you guys, the Young Bucks start out with the titles, and
Yeah.
the second week they lose to Private Party. in the
Exactly.
first round.
Which
Like,
was
wow.
that was a good call.
Yeah.
It was a good call, but we never got that. Well, okay, now we really have these fucking wheels spinning off of all that momentum that they had to the Bullet Club
Let's go.
in New Japan. And I finally felt like trios title, let's go. You got your own tag, your own most over tag team that don't even have your tag titles in FTR, but they have all the other
And
titles.
everybody else is that.
Literally everyone else
They're
is
still the
title.
NXT champions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So fuck it. Let them be the team, the Elite, and they're just roll through all these other trios teams. This makes sense.
Yeah.
And that's how I felt at the end of the night. Like fuck yeah.
Or in the middle of
I'm
the
so
night,
happy.
because it happened like before sunset.
What do you mean? Oh,
They
well,
win the
no,
titles,
at
yeah.
the end of the pay-per-view, I just say. Yeah, at the end of the pay-per-view, that's how I felt. Like, fuck yeah, let's go. You know?
Even then, I think Wardlow and FTR, they had a better like highlight of the night as far as like with the FTR, the daughter. That was
Yeah.
super fucking cool.
Yeah,
That was awesome. Like I was fucking whatever biased. My kid's the same age. It's like fuck yeah, dude. I saw Penny there. That's cool. On that same note, I'm mad at you guys. You guys told me, no, these Motor City Guns guys, they're good, man.
Oh, that match
They're
was
good.
disappointing as hell.
You're gonna like them. And I sat there, I'm like,
That match was disappointing.
I was like, when are they gonna get good?
It played to an angle.
Yeah.
That was the thing.
And
Whatever
that
angle it was, did not work for them.
that
because
match
they did not
suffered
look
from following that trio's
Yeah.
championship match.
Omega did say it on the camera.
Stop it,
Everybody,
No.
everybody else,
Yeah.
stop this.
Because they were in fifth gear, but the fucking Bucks that match was in fucking sixth gear. Because even Reynolds and Silver really shined.
So here's the issue that I have with that story. When is Great Khali Jr. gonna do anything? Like he was there ringside the entire time. They should have won that match. And then Khali Jr. wants to go in the ring and do something. Then here comes Samoa Joe. Oh, Samoa Joe. And then they just leave and don't do fucking buckets.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck
Yeah.
is? Where's the payoff with them being
That
a
was
fucking
not-
heel team?
Those
Like that
people-
was useless.
Yeah.
They were fucking useless.
And for as dominant as Jay Lethal was in ROH, man,
He was not
been-
this cowardly a heel as a heel champion.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm not
Hey,
used to this.
he's kind of a puppy dog in AEW.
Guess he was just waiting for ROH to come up.
Yeah.
Main event time.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No?
What do you think about the turn with Jungle Boy?
Yeah. That's
Oh yeah.
Chris was right. Chris was right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't need to happen.
No.
I mean, we all saw
That
it
should have been
coming.
a 0 hour.
Well,
Well,
I'm gonna say this.
they fucked it up when they turned Luchasaurus and then they switched him back.
Yeah.
They big showed him. That's where they fucked it up.
Yeah,
This
he's gonna turn on Christian Cage next week,
yeah.
and we're not gonna shut that.
out. So.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. Kentucky Fried Chicken Grill Luchasaurus.
Oh yeah.
I mean Jungle Boy.
Oh yeah. That girl was. It was all over.
He
the
had.
back.
He had.
Yeah. Now I couldn't tell that's because he had a lot of
No.
banner on.
If you can build on that fucking moment, there's still a redemption for Jack Perry to actually rise up the card.
Good thing you said that because
Because God
the
damn,
promo he
dude.
cut
The pre-tape on Wednesday. That was the first time I took him serious.
Same. I was like, oh,
The
shit.
pussy promo that he did on Christian was funny,
Yeah.
but I didn't take him seriously.
Yeah.
That promo, I took him
I mean,
seriously.
we're starting to get some more personality out of the Jungle Boy than what we had before, where he is, let's face it, a comedy character.
Yeah.
Like, sure, okay, he's Luke Perry's son. He's Jack Perry. Okay, cool.
Tarzan.
But
he's Jungle Boy. He goes out, oh, yeah, like he's a comedy actor.
Yeah, he's still going from that.
Well, but now,
and she's choking him out.
Oh,
but like now, maybe.
Bartender, what the? Where I go? Woo. I need a drink after that one.
But now maybe we'll get a little bit more of a serious side out of Jungle Boy. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and a water. You want to water him?
Yes, sir.
We're gonna need this. I was gonna bring cupcakes so that we could mimic what we're gonna talk about after.
Well,
But we still have the main event to go.
second, the co-main event.
What?
Actually, we have 3 more matches we haven't talked about.
Well, we don't have
Do
to
we
talk
need
about
to talk about him?
I want to talk about at least one.
Okay.
Go for it.
Bryan Danielson versus Chris Jericho. Pissed me off.
Why'd it piss you off?
Because Jericho won.
The way he won. Yeah.
The low blow.
Yeah.
I mean, it made sense
If,
in the
if,
story.
if it made sense, if their match on Dynamite. You know, I'm always the one that hates saying this, and I hate when people say it. Why would you give a good match away for free? Blah blah blah.
More people are watching Dynamite than the pay-per-view.
Yeah, but like on the pay-per-view, those are they're meant to be like final.
You want
That-
finale, you
Yeah,
didn't get it.
that led up to okay, cool. They're gonna have a match at Full Gear.
Nah, it's done. I'm done. I'm
No,
not
they're
watching
gonna
it.
have to fight each other in the tournament, aren't they? But that wasn't supposed to happen though. Still,
I think Danielson's fighting Jericho in the tournament.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's not Full Gear. The finals.
That's
is
what I
at
said
fucking-
originally.
But either way, they're still fighting again.
Yeah.
There was no finale.
Yeah, there's no
The sooner they get it over with, the better.
Exactly.
I'm already like-
Because of what happened. Like the match wasn't a bad match. I was like, oh, okay, you know, it's good, it's good. You know, Bryan Danielson, no, you didn't win. That's stupid.
That was me on a lot of the pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Oh, that didn't happen.
Yeah, like I felt like, damn.
Okay.
So this is the first pay-per-view I watched with my mom. My mom was staying with us, and Bianca actually fell asleep early that day. So did the kids for one. And my mom was out there on the couch watching. She was like, "Oh!" Like the move specifically. Again, I was raised on lucha, so she loved all the Mexican wrestling shit. She was just like, "Oh wow!" Like it was, again,
Pobrecito.
yeah.
Culero.
Yeah. And then the Darby Allin, Miro, and House of Black match.
That was fun.
Yeah.
A lot of story in there that Miro's like, I don't want to team with this. Do I have to team with this?
Yeah.
They're pagans too.
He didn't even
Yeah.
wait for them.
Yeah.
I
So,
picked him up.
see, that was probably my favorite match of the night. Although it was an okay match, but it was like short and sweet, and like they got what they needed out of it. And that's it. There
It
was
felt like a throwback to Samoa Joe teaming with Sting in TNA, and it was just business. So the match was over, and Joe left, and they kept beating up on Sting, and Joe just fucked the fuck off. And they're like, I thought y'all were friends. Like, no, that was a business agreement,
business.
bell to bell.
Yeah.
After that, it felt like a throwback with Miro. Like, he could handle it on his own.
Yeah.
They're just there because they had to be there. I
So,
kind of like that.
how about that main event?
The crowd was ready for it. They saved up enough of their energy for it. The promo on Friday, we need to talk. We need to rewind because we didn't talk about this. The promo on Friday on a scale of 1 to 10 was a solid 8 on making me give a damn about this main event. They played it pretty well. Moss is like, fuck it. Here's an open challenge. Whoever wants it gets it. Like, who the fuck is that guy? I'm tired of Punk being the Chicago guy. And we're having the pay-per-view in Chicago. Like, Punk only wrestles independently for Chicago.
Yeah.
Half of his matches in AEW have been in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
We are Chicago.
We are Chicago. Yeah, we are Chicago.
Mendy's, nothing
Have you seen the review?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's hilarious. That's cool.
the match was okay.
Oh, get the fuck out of
It
here.
was okay.
I thought it was a really good match. I really liked it. I thought it was the second best match of the night behind that tag team
I
match.
mean, that's my opinion is your opinion. You can be wrong.
Oh, okay.
Again, I went in with a low anticipation because I still didn't think this match should happen.
That's why I expected
That's why I
to
was
be
just
surprised
like,
more. I expected to okay, I'm gonna have low expectations and they're gonna end up being like good. And when it was over, I was like, oh, Oh, okay. Okay. Like when it was over, I didn't have that. Oh shit! You know what? Fuck yeah, they had a fucking badass.
I like the finish though. Where he hit him with the GTS and then Moxie was like, and then he fell on him again. And
Yeah.
Moxie's like, oh, that's badass. And
Yeah.
he tried to
Yeah.
get him up again.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, and then that was the end of the night. Nothing else happened.
Fun, fun.
So, see you guys next week.
Okay, so Clash of the Castle. Scale of 1 to 10. How was it?
8.
9.
8.
Press conference.
Not yet. No, we're not there yet.
No.
And they got
So, Clash of the Castle.
Clash of the
Press
Castle.
conference.
Worlds Collide.
Oh.
That was all Ricochet.
Solid 6.
There's whatever they're doing with NXT 2.0, I'm still not with it, man. Like that tag team match, I don't care.
Now you gotta wait for Shawn Michaels to see what he's gonna pull out.
Yeah. Like I'm glad they got that over with. So this again, I didn't watch this week. I was saying them before you got here. Apparently, Roxy or Roxanne Perez and Miko Satomura had a badass match. I didn't see it though. Like they even had a handshake after the match, and it was that good. I don't fucking remember. I don't remember. I didn't see it, but I'm interested to see what they do because in the interview with Triple H, it's kind of like he was saying, yeah, they're doing their thing, and I don't really agree with what they're doing, but I trust Sean. But I think it's time to
Time to play the game.
yeah.
Punk wins. 8. All Out's over. What do you give it?
5.
I mean, we're not done yet with the
No.
Oh, MJF.
Right.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's why.
Yeah, we're not done.
I forgot about
I don't know
that.
why you were winding down. I thought you were trying to build
Because I
something.
forgot.
I forgot.
Yeah, we all did.
6 hours long.
This is what I get for trusting you. Okay, so this was the end of the match, right? Yeah. And that's when the hooded figure comes out. Or well, no, they show him on the screen, right? With the hood, takes off the hood.
The audio recording.
The audio
Yeah.
recording, right?
The
Of voicemails of Tony Khan saying, "Hey, come back. I'll give you X amount of money."
There's
Right?
a Punk promo.
Yeah. And then the hooded figure takes off his mask, puts on Burberry's car. It's MJF, right? I lost my mind because again, I was the guy that was this is a work. It's not a work. Oh, fuck, I guess I was wrong. It's not a work. I guess MJF is gone. But goddamn, do I miss MJF? I just had got done telling somebody how much I missed MJF like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And he is back. Oh shit, they did work me. Oh shit, this is the second layer of kayfabe that they did all of the working in. Holy fuck. Well, wait, was this a work shoot? Is it a shoot work? Was it a work? Fuck.
Rihanna special. Work.
But honestly, I don't care. I'm happy. Why? Because now in this context, that ladder match from the beginning, now it makes sense, and it paid off.
Finally to get MJF Punk again.
And that thing that everybody said earlier in the night of, oh man, this needs this is stupid unless this is and then it wound up making sense. So I'm okay with all that hooded figure stuff in the casino ladder match and all that shit. I'm okay with it because of the way that it played out. It wound up making sense at the end of the night. And yeah, I know, like, okay, this is gonna lead to MJF Punk, but leaning up to MJF Punk, this makes so much sense because of how and why MJF left, and it made me think this. Fuck, when we're gonna record the next time, I'm gonna have to do something we've never done at Houston Wrestling Radio before, and that's reinstate a match of the year that was taken off of the match of the year list.
No, once it's out, it's out. That's it.
I don't know, man. My precedent for it because the whole reason why we took it off the list is because we thought, damn, Punk is gone, MJF is gone. This match didn't mean anything. But no, like if you look at it in the context of 2022, fuck, MJF is back. Fuck, Punk is back. Damn, this was a build of work the entire fucking year. This whole summer was us getting work from all that shit that happened before between Punk and MJF. This dog collar match is now still relevant.
I would have voted no.
But it's tit for tat now.
Yeah. So it's not there yet.
Yeah.
Like, okay, let's say the shit doesn't happen with Punk, right? That just means that, okay, cool. That's just another cog in the story. Didn't really mean that much in the grand scheme of the thing. Regardless of what we won. What ended up going over that match. So what's our current AEW match of the year?
It was the trios tag match.
We
from 2
just
weeks ago.
voted the
Oh,
trios
yeah.
tag match 2 weeks
Yeah,
ago.
that match-
Ospreay versus Omega.
Yes, that match is still
Trios.
better.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
when MJF appeared, did you hear the freaking crowd just pop?
You could smell that they all lost their shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
They did.
nuts. But I think
And
that
there-
was
in Chicago. You have
Yes.
people chanting for MJF over CM Punk,
Mhm.
who's in the ring with the new fucking championship.
Yeah.
I will make this argument that I think part, not a lot or not the whole, part of the reason why everyone lost their shit that night, as an AEW fan sitting at the theater with my nephew watching this, I don't think I got anything my way
That whole night.
that whole night.
Yes.
So
yes.
when MJF came out, finally,
Yes.
fuck me,
So
something out of the way.
that is what that was the high that I was chasing for the whole night. When I spent $50 fucking on that goddamn pay-per-view for that high. You buy shit to get high.
And AEW, you're high all fucking
Yeah,
night, right?
exactly. It never fucking disappoints. And up until that, I was disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, yeah, it was fine. Like, I wish this would have been $9.99 in PLE instead of a fucking $50 PPV, but whatever.
With the
But once it came out, I'm like, there it is.
if MJF hadn't come out at the end of the night, I would have given All Out a 5.
What do you give it now?
8.
Okay, I give it a 9.
I give it a 6.
When's the last time if ever you gave 7 or under for any pay-per-view?
This is the
AEW?
first time.
Yeah,
This is the first time. This is the worst pay-per-view they've had, in my opinion.
I agree.
Think
Oh, I
overall,
really disagree with everybody on this.
The
one.
results, majority of the results
Yeah.
were a shit show. results.
Yeah, like they got the endings wrong. They got just
Shortened matches,
the length of matches.
too many matches.
Too many. They did not learn their. So okay, well, I know we should talk about Mania being 2 nights now, but I think they actually found the right thing for it because 2019 WrestleMania was like 7 hours fucking long, and there was fatigue. Dude, nobody cared about it, and then Becky won, but it was like, oh my god, like.
Cared about the match before Becky.
Yeah, exactly. So they learned their lesson, and if you notice, every WrestleMania since then has been 2 nights.
Yeah.
So you can have 10 hours worth of WrestleMania if you just have 5 and 5.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
So is part of that drain because AEW was 5 hours long, or is part of that drain because you had 2.5 extra before, not the night before?
Here's my thing, actually. I'm actually thinking about the length of AEW. I could have watched another hour of AEW. My problem was because it was that long, shit like Hobbs, shit like Jade happened because of time constraints. Because we gave 30 minutes to a bullshit ending of Punk and Danielson and Jericho. If that match was gonna have that ending, give them 10 minutes.
So
20 minutes of the Acclaim, 20 minutes of Danielson.
Yeah, I'm
The
looking at all
trios
the times
match
right
was
now.
30 minutes
Yeah.
long.
I'm looking at all the
Yeah.
times right
And
now.
honestly, I think I know where you're coming from on the timing because for me, I feel like I could say this. For me, when it comes to this type of match, all these amount of matches in this amount of time, I'm used to seeing Wrestle Kingdom that way.
Yeah,
6-hour Wrestle
yeah.
Kingdom, and you
Hour.
like I got up at 2 in the morning to watch Wrestle Kingdom. And come
Yeah.
back.
4 minutes and 20 seconds.
Oh, you
That's
don't
not
know.
fair to Jade. That's not even fair to a
5 minutes and 5 seconds.
single. Trios. How long was the trios?
Which one?
The
Tag.
the
Titles.
The titles one
the tournament finals.
was
27.
19 minutes, 1950, 20 minutes.
That was full entertainment.
Yeah,
So,
the Wardlow trios was 16 minutes. That was
Jer-
still a long.
Jericho
could've been
Danielson.
better.
Wardlow was 22. That one was worth the 22.
Jericho Danielson.
23 minutes.
Exactly.
Co-main event though. You want it to go that long?
Darby Allin, that match was 12 minutes.
I'll say this:
Christian Cage was 20
if AEW was trying so hard to be, if AEW is trying so hard to be legit sport,
Yeah.
I would have wanted that 3-minute Punk Moxley title match at All Out.
Mm-hmm.
Get people talking. Yep. Because now we're really
That's like my dad paying all that much money to see Mike Tyson knock the fuck out of Peter McNeely in 30 seconds.
So now are we done? Can we get to the like nitty gritty?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna open it. I hate that I spent $25, $50 for the pay-per-view at All Out. And the thing that's getting the most conversation is something that happened for Punk. What the fuck happened after the lights went out?
So Punk just Punk got pissy because a reporter brought up Colt Cabana, and then he just decided to just go off.
Wrong. Nobody brought it up.
Nobody brought him up.
Nobody
Okay.
brought it up.
The first reporter that asked Punk a question, Punk cut him off and was like, do you value yourself as a journalist? What do you do on your spare time? I was like, oh, the stand-up comedy. He's like, who did you do stand-up with? I was like, Scott Colton. And Punk just, a la chingada, right there. Dude, he got the vasectomy live on the camera from Punk.
So who is Scott Colton?
Colt Cabana.
That's Colt Cabana?
That's his real name.
Oh, so do you think Punk knew that reporter?
Yeah.
And, like,
Oh, yeah.
called him out on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Punk.
So all weekend long,
He's got 6 Punk shirts. He's not wearing one.
I know. I'm
Oh,
not,
That's a bad. That's a bad.
he's wearing the heart.
I really do.
He's wearing the heart and soul of
Yes,
AEW.
I do like this shirt a lot.
Do you wear shirt because you drink?
No.
You're somebody from that.
There was plenty of blood on my kid's
Somebody
board.
from, somebody from that club as my match
Okay.
of this week.
Okay.
Punk went off.
Well, like I was saying, all weekend long, I was saying, well, this is a work because they just finished that other work, the grand second layer of kayfabe work, by resolving MJF coming back. Oh, fuck. So how do they continue using that second layer of kayfabe work with this? Punk going off, just saying all this crazy shit. That's the second layer of kayfabe, bro. There's something about this. They're just doing the same thing that they did to everybody back in Vegas. 3 months later, something actually comes out of it. Okay, cool. That's what's going on here.
But
Now I'm not too sure,
He
man.
spent half of that rent on Colt Cabana. How relevant is that Colt Cabana that was
He was
even
in Germany.
that he was even worthy of this?
Not at all.
It's 2022. I haven't been friends with this guy since at least 2014, late 2013. And the fact that I have to sit up here because we have irresponsible people who call themselves EVPs and couldn't fucking manage a target, and they spread lies and bullshit, put into the media that I got somebody fired when I have fuck to do with all of him, or nothing to do with him. Do not care where he works, where he does it, where he eats, where he sleeps, and the fact that I have to get up here and do this shit in 2002 is fucking embarrassing.
So in that
That's what he said.
comment, he buried Colt Cabana,
The EVP.
the EVPs, this is Jackson's and Omega,
And Cody.
and
And
Tony
Tony.
Khan.
And then the next,
Next to it.
he says, what
Right next.
right next to
Oh
him,
my
he says, what did I ever
God.
do in this world to deserve it? Empty fucking dumb fuck like Hangman Adam Page to go on national television and fucking go into business for himself. Well, God, what did I ever do? Didn't do a goddamn thing.
So can we pause right there real quick?
Go.
I tried to go back and look and see what was the thing that
Hangman did?
Hangman did go into business for himself, and I keep coming back to that promo
The
that
equal-
was
the work
Where
the
he's,
rights,
de-
whatever
he's
it's called.
defending
Work
AEW
rights
from CM Punk.
Yeah.
none of that seemed like off the cuff shoot going into business for himself. Like that seemed like the promo that he was supposed to have cut. Like it made sense.
No, it didn't.
But it
The
wasn't.
problem is that promo was the cherry on top of all the other promos of Eddie Kingston saying, you know what, we
Right.
don't fucking want you here. MJF talking shit about CM Punk just showing up for the money, ex-WWE guy, and you're already fed up, and you just need that one thing to push you.
So
And that was that
you're
Hangman that
telling
you
me-
were their life for.
You're telling me that all 3 of these guys went into business for themselves, saying the same thing, and none of it was planned. Get the fuck out of here. This shit's a work, bro.
If there's 3 people that are telling you that this barbecue sauce tastes like sperm, at some point you're gonna have to be like, you know what? There might be some sperm in that shit.
I believe you on that. Like, I get that part.
Thank
I
you.
understand that part. But the thing that makes it unbelievable to me is that all 3 of them broke the rules of wrestling, went into business for themselves against CM Punk, who's the head guy of the company, and the Charlotte Broken Camelback was with the Hangman. And like, come on, man, this had to have been planned. So like, I could see Kingston going off the rails and just saying some shit like that, but this Hangman thing didn't seem like him going off the rails.
So here's the thing: when it comes to this promo, I ended up watching the whole thing, the scrum, and then started listening to the back of it, you know, different people taking their takes. And one thing that got brought up, especially in Busted Open, when Bully said it, or even Booker T said it. If the way CM Punk buried all those people and then went along and buried the whole roster, saying that the first $1 million gate off of my back,
right?
Booker T even said it. Those are fighting words. Or like, we're about to handle this shit outside. And then when Punk followed that up saying, if you don't like what I'm saying, you can find me.
Come find me.
And
They
actually did it.
But okay, so jumping off of that, there's a difference between me, just a teller at a bank, airing my grievances without a filter. And there's me, Sue, as an assistant manager, having to use a lot more colors in the crayon box instead of just that gunmetal gray. Because I'm derogatory when I say this, but on the pecking order, everyone's beneath me so that they can understand that this is business and this is personal. The EVPs are not the boys anymore. They are executive vice presidents. In a business sense, if you do shit that is not an unsafe working environment, you could fuck things up for everyone on the roster. You've got Discovery that's cutting shit left and right because of whatever fucking reason of money saving. You do not want to be the hammer that sticks out the loudest waiting to get nailed. And that, from the EVP side of things, they fucked it up completely. They should have just left them alone, given them a few days to cool off, go on Dynamite and say, hey, man, I got some seltzers here. You want to talk for a minute? And I heard what you said. I just need some understanding. Let me tell you from my side. Let's see if we can swatch this or we can make something work. Let's do business. Let's make money above everything else. And after that, if you don't want to work with me, I get it. The EVP side, they fucked that shit up.
Yeah.
At least from their side. I'm not taking part. I'm just looking at this side of the coin right
Cody
now.
said it himself whenever he was talking about it, he was like, basically didn't know what the hell they were doing. Like he was like, he saw the writing on the wall and was like, I don't know, I'm just gonna go.
Now,
and Cody's been raised in the business. His life is the business. So if he sees people doing it wrong,
and being like, the writing on the wall. He says like, respect them and all that, but nah.
And this is where I'm so conflicted, right? Because I'm at that spot that I was at 2 months ago, not 3 months ago, where I'm like doubting my initial knee-jerk reaction call. My initial knee-jerk reaction call is that this doesn't work, right? But now I'm starting to doubt it. Why? Oh, because MJF hasn't been here forever. So now why? Because Cody is saying something. Cody's in another company, and I guess they really are gone. There's all these suspensions. But think about it this way. And this is where I'm kind of bouncing back and forth. Think of it this way. What in the blue hell would it have taken to get CM Punk in 2022 to actually be turned heel in a company where your main demographic is smarks? Not the filthy casuals like in WWE. Smarks. The only way
marks for those.
Right. The only way you're gonna get smarks to boo CM Punk is to work the smarks themselves. And if this is the work to get him a heel, because remember, he's always been done his best work as a heel. He's always wanted to be a heel. He said when he came back, man, your guys are gonna get sick of this. Me saying that I'm happy, but man, I'm happy. Look at this smile. I could do this all the time. I'm like, this isn't gonna last. Somehow he's going to turn heel. But how the fuck is he going to turn heel? He's been gone for 7 years, and we've been chanting his name at the top of our lungs, and he's finally here. This fool ain't never turning heel. Unless they do something in real life, and we believe it in real life, and now we start booing him. Everybody is against CM Punk right now. Hell, even me. Everybody is like, man, fuck that guy.
So even as a heel, will CM Punk be the top heel in the company?
Possibly. I mean, he's...
Why turn if you're not going to be the top heel?
I don't know. I don't know exactly where this is going
So-
yet.
This isn't a work because why would you have
That's why I'm going back and forth so
it's
much.
like, why would you debut your prestigious trios titles to
Take it
purposely
off
take
of-
them off of the elite?
Yep.
The people who they were designed for.
I understand.
Why would you have Moxley
And this is part of the reason why I'm doubting
taking
it. This is
vacation time back?
this is exactly why I'm at not where I was 3 months ago, but where I was 2 months ago, where I'm like, oh, shit, maybe it is a shoot.
So I made this same defense for Jeff Hardy when he walked out on our one of our episodes, and I'm gonna try this again with CM Punk. His first promo when he came debuted in AEW, he said he wanted to work with the young talent. Maybe he was not aware, or he wanted to see for himself if that young talent would listen, because that young talent AEW had a history of not listening to JR, not listening to Shivani, not listening to Roberts, not listening to Malenko, not listening to Regal, not listening to everybody, because I understand their opinion. They got this far doing it their way. Why do they need a change? But you brought this motherfucker out of retirement. You're not going to listen to Punk? At some point, you're going to feel exactly the way he felt in that scrum when he talked about, man, fucking Hangman. It's going to be a stupid thing to point out, where he's like, oh, I got Barry Bonds, Mark McGuire, and Sammy Sosa on my team. No, I'm not going to learn to practice my swing.
Yeah.
Even though those three cheated.
Yeah.
But still, you have all those
I'll prove
people
it.
on your
Yes,
roster. Next time. But I do understand that from his point of view, where if you have people that have seen it all and done it all, or almost all, you're really not going to take any of their fucking advice? None? Really? I get Punk being frustrated in that side, because he vented that out.
And
With
this
Hangman.
is the EVP's reputation in AEW since what 2019. But Hector, what was their reputation behind the scenes 2017, 2018 in New Japan? Did they have the same reputation?
New Japan style of booking and doing match things, they don't deal with anybody.
Right?
They build their own matches, they build their own stories. In the sense of the company saying, this is where the story is gonna go. We want it to go. Get us there.
So do you think that if the Bucks and Omega were as hard-headed and as disrespectful to the vets in the AEW locker room, if they were as hard-headed now in New Japan, in the New Japan locker room, do you think that he would have beaten Okada, been the New Japan champion?
That's a different.
Do you think
that's different
that would've
clout
happened?
because that's different clout because they
Yeah.
didn't have any pull in New Japan. They have all the pull in AEW.
And who
But they
is-
know how to listen.
But-
My point is they know how to listen to other folks, right?
Other than Jericho, there was no other vets there. Think about it. The
What do you
vet,
know other vets? You don't think Tanahashi and Okada are vets?
no, I mean for AEW.
Okay.
Vet wise, the only vet right there that you could say an actual vet at the very beginning was Jericho.
Yeah, in
Until
the
they
very
got
beginning.
Sting. But Sting even at
And
that
Christian
is-
and Hardy.
That's when you started getting the vets. But when it goes into New Japan wise, you had Gato. Gato was the booker there. Gato was the one saying, "This is where everybody's going. Get us there." Vet wise, when it goes to that, you had Tenzai. You had people like the old guard, But other than that, even the old guard will be. We're going to be doing matches here and there, but they're not involved into the main story.
And they're not involved in decisions.
Yeah.
Gato's like, this is what we're going. This is how it's going to end. These are the results. We're going to let you do whatever you want in between to get us to point A, B, C, D. But just know that point A, B, C, and D is already determined. So Young Bucks were there as consumers. Young Bucks now are in AEW as sellers, as owners. So if so they're like getting used to the fact that they can pretty much call whatever they want to call and do whatever they want to do. But they still, I guess, they have the mindset of they can be professional employees as workers instead of being professional employees as professionals. Obviously. man, he went off. Because he
We haven't even addressed what happened after
Because
yet.
look at his track.
There's two sides to every story.
Look at the track record. Punk worked with Hobbs. Punk worked with Starks. Punk worked with Darby. He worked with Garcia. Lee Moriarty. This is not him not wanting to work with the young talent. Bobby Fish.
Read what he said.
Yeah. But he was willing to work with anybody that understood that this was business.
Dude, it kind of goes back onto what Kingston said about Punk. Like, dude, you were a dick, and like people just liked you, but you didn't change the fact that you were a fucking dick. Like,
so here's the thing with that, because going back to that point that Chris said right now, doesn't that give you the way that he's acting right now? Doesn't that give you that vibe back? And I don't know if you ever saw the WWE DVD on him.
oh, yeah.
Don't you remember that story about him and Tony Atlas?
Yes.
The exact same shit. So
What was
now
the story?
he's Tony Atlas.
Yeah.
Tony Atlas went down to the development,
OVW.
OVW, and he started telling people what to do, of how to do their work.
Yeah.
Punk was there he was already in ECW,
Yeah.
and he went back to go help. Right. And Atlas pointed him out as one of the rookies, and he, why do you wear tapering hands? There's
You look like you got 2 broken arms.
Yeah.
And Punk just said, well, thanks for your advice, have a nice day or whatever, being cordial. And then they had a post meeting, and Tony's like, I like some of y'all, but a couple of y'all are a total asshole. And he's staring at Punk the entire time. Punk's getting text messages like, dude, he's talking about you.
Yeah.
Punk goes, were you talking about me? And I was like, yeah, I told you not to put the tape on, and you ignored me, you did everything. And he's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
You don't even know who I am. And all that. Actually, as a matter of fact, there's a CM Punk megasode of Grill and JR, and they actually play the clip of Punk's whole thing with Tony Atlas, and they reconciled and everything. It was a misunderstanding. But now he's becoming that crank, that old guy. He does it in the
He's old
scrum.
man Logan.
He's old.
Yes.
He's old man Logan.
Yeah.
That's literally what he's got the hair and the beard and everything.
He's
But-
missing claws.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know, man. It's kind of weird, like watching, like, again, if this is a work, then this is bravo, right? But if it's not, if it's legit, now it seems to be, it's been kind of weird watching, like, one of your, I don't say idols, but one of your, like, the guy you held in such regard, kind of,
This is my second time doing my
Yeah.
train.
yeah, like, kind of watching him. You realize that, hey, I think maybe people were kind of right about you, man. Like,
And he's also becoming what he
Hated.
says that he hated. You know?
He's becoming Cena.
Yeah. I mean, he's just becoming this authority figure that he wanted to rebel against, right? Just the crotchety old man saying, "Hey, this is how you should do it." But then again, I don't know if he's so upset about giving advice to the young kids. It sounds like he's just upset that people were trying to work around his relationship with Colt Cabana.
Or lack
Because
thereof.
because it sounded like he said, "Oh, the EVPs leaked this stuff to the media about Colt Cabana. I don't give a fuck where he works." But it was a thing. It's like, well, shit, we got Punk, we have Cabana, we can't have them really on the same show because they don't really work together. So, we got ROH. Put him on ROH because he, we were gonna, let him be released, but now he's not released. So put him on ROH. That way he and Punk don't have to be together. Like, all that could have been true without Punk have known. Like, people were working around Punk to avoid that awkward situation where Cabana and Punk were together without asking Punk, "Hey man, are you cool if we keep Cabana here? And are you even cool if we do? You have a match with him?" But no, instead it was, "Hey, this guy doesn't get along with Colt Cabana, so you move Cabana over there. You move because this is our precious snowflake right here."
Yeah.
And then you tell it to the media, "Hey, this guy doesn't like Colt Cabana, so we're moving him away."
Yeah.
Like, and they'll be like, "Hey, fuck you, man. Why are you talking about Colt Cabana? I haven't been his friend for like fucking 6 years, and you're bringing him up to me, and you're leaking it to the media that you're moving him around because you're trying to protect me. I'm a grown ass goddamn man."
I didn't ask for it. I haven't even talked to him.
But and maybe that's all it is, and it's not who's giving advice to fucking Hangman.
But even at
Right?
that, when it goes down to it, it was literally imposed. They made us speculate that because
From the moment Punk showed up
Punk
last
showed
year,
up?
it wasn't happening.
when Punk showed up, you
Coco
stopped
Cabana.
seeing Coco Cabana on TV.
What, in order to have avoided all this, Punk could have just squashed it from the get go.
Yeah.
Whether it was just backstage or even publicly, right? Because he was complaining about the press bringing it up, right?
Yeah.
Said, hey, look, yeah, I'm in the same locker room with Colt Cabana. Me and him aren't friends anymore. Show up on fucking an interview with him. I work with Sky. He works with me. That's it. Business. I'm gone.
I respect his right to exist. That's it.
Dude, but
Yeah.
that's why I like. I'm going back to Kingston again. He just came out with an interview for Busted Open last week. He said, "I don't like Punk. I don't like Bryan Danielson. I don't like Jericho. I don't like Cesaro.
Yeah.
But I'm okay. Like I work with them. It's fine or whatever. Like I can do a
I don't
fucking
go
program
drinking with them. They don't come to my
Yeah.
house.
He's like, but I can do a fucking program with them, whatever. And even the shit with Sammy.
I don't like Hector.
It sounds like they,
We're here.
yeah. Even with the Sammy thing, like clearly Sammy was the one who fucked up on that
Weird. They both look the
on
same.
their end when it comes to them. Like Sammy,
Sammy?
Sammy and
Guevara.
Sammy,
Yeah.
Jimmy and Jay over here.
You let him finish.
Yeah. Even he was like, yeah, this shit didn't sit well with me, whatever. But at the end of the day, business is business.
Yeah.
Like if Punk would have had half the grace that Kingston would have had, this shit wouldn't have been a big fucking deal. He would have gone backstage and said, hey, to the Bucks, hey, by the way, you don't have to do any of this shit, blah, 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 we're good. You doesn't have to drag it out and then wait until a fucking press media scrum that nobody watches.
Yeah.
I'm convinced that Kingston has the confidence that Punk wishes he had. Because Kingston, that what you just said about Busted Open, if Punk would have done that from the beginning, he would not be here.
Yeah.
At least with that situation. Now, with the drop that he did about them being in Reseda, of the Elite just wanting to succeed here, tread water here,
Yeah.
instead of this is what you do to get to the next level to fight guys like in WWE. And him being like, because think about it. Where are the ratings now since Punk has been here? Are we at 1.5? Are we at 1.8? Are we at 2 million on Wednesday?
No.
Rampage is at 400,000. So Punk is there. What contribution, other than the pay-per-views, what contribution to AEW has Punk actually given? That's noteworthy. Like, oh, I'm glad I signed Punk because blank.
Even
2 title runs, 5 days.
yeah.
Bullshit title run.
Well, and part of that you could say is due to injury, which nobody could have foreseen.
Well, and a new
Right.
injury that he tore his pec. Cody.
Again, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Calvin, what's up? A new person in the live chat. I haven't seen him before. It says, "Good evening from Cleveland, Ohio. I enjoy your show. Keep up the great work." Thumbs up.
Wow. Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Cleveland. Thank you.
Cleveland Rock.
So, okay, so let's fast forward past the scrum. Okay. So, you brought up Swerve in Our Glory. They went up to do their part of the scrum, and then security runs away because apparently there's something going on backstage, and there's apparently a fight.
Jericho, at the end of his scrum, he tells Tony Khan, like, hey, you got to come back here. Something's happening. It's visible. You could see that conversation happen before Jericho leaves.
Like the guy telling George Bush at 9/11, "Here's some power fucking went down."
Very ironic. You make that joke today.
Very,
I know.
Usually I'm that guy.
I
Thank
know.
you for being that guy.
Oh, is it too soon? Is it too soon? 20 fucking years?
Bush going, oh yeah, it's 1:15.
Damn, where's the time go?
Never forget.
Never forget. That one guy from Cleveland, that way he just said, "Oh, you know what? Fuck you."
Yeah. I'm gonna go read Meltzer again.
Never
Never mind.
Yeah.
Ace bit a guy.
There was a hold on.
That's what you got to
Hold on.
keep
There
your
was
head
a
on a
fight
swivel when
Well, there was a dog in the room. And Ace bit a guy. Not the dog.
The dog didn't bite someone. A man bit a man, not the dog biting a man.
The size of the fight in the dog.
The dog was rescued by a man that was getting bit by another man. What? Careful.
What's going on?
What? So
By the way,
there's 2 sides to the story. The Camp Punk side is that
the Elite kicked down the door and barged in, and
you know,
and then self-defense.
that's a real good sell on the Super King.
Yes. But the other side, the other side of the story is that the Elite walked in. The Elite walked in, and Punk took a swing. He was the first one to swing, and then that's when Ace decided he wanted to be a wrestler.
Fight you.
He told Ace, "You can't hit him. Why? Because I'm gonna hit him."
Yeah. He threw a chair.
You forgot the chair
He
throw.
threw a chair, and he bit a motherfucker. Wow.
Like
While
Braun
Kenny-
and Roman.
While Kenny Omega was trying to rescue the poor little dog. So there's two extremes here,
If you could dodge a chair, you could dodge a ball.
and there's definitely going to be the truth lies somewhere in the middle, right? Do I think that the Bucks super kicked the door? No. But did they probably barge in a huff? Hey, motherfucker! Probably. That's probably what. It probably wasn't like, Mr. Punk, can you let us in for a nice little discussion?
Mr. Brooks.
No, it wasn't that.
We got Pepsi on ice.
Yeah,
Let's
it
hang out
wasn't
for a
that.
minute.
It like,
And
hey,
again,
fool, what
We
the
got
fuck
some more
are you
cupcakes
saying?
from the bakery.
yeah, you don't need 3 executive vice presidents as executive vice presidents to sit down with Punk. Cool off and have one of them pull him to the side and be like, "Yo, this is
You have HR doing that.
Dude, yeah, you hired
Daniels.
Thank you.
He got now, mind you, this all happened next to the second person in charge of AEW. Her name is Mega something like. She's like the legal person.
Yeah.
It happened in front of her. Dude.
Yeah.
So anybody has
And MJF apparently, because they're interviewing people that were there to get their take on it, because this is going to become a legal
So,
thing.
It's illegal.
It
thing
was
now.
Punk.
That's the other thing that makes me think
Who
it's
else?
not a word.
Yeah.
Punk, Ace, Ace's wife, because apparently the reason Ace got involved was
She had a
because
broken
she
hip.
was in the room with
Yeah.
him, and he didn't want a damn thing to happen.
Because she has a
Again,
broken hip.
you're married,
Thank you for Larry.
you're married. I was. We know what that's
Yeah.
like.
No.
Being protected.
Yeah.
I get why he put himself.
I will fight you. Yeah, well,
I'll eat a motherfucker. Mike
Fight
Tyson taught me everything I need to know.
Chair
Sucker.
fight combo. No punches.
So
Chair fight.
that's how we fight in 2022.
Punk,
now.
Ace, Ace's wife, Larry, the Elite, MJF, Megan, and I think
Danielson, Pat Buck,
Danielson, Pat Buck, and Nakazawa.
And
and Cutler.
And Cutler.
Yeah, Cutler. Guy. the spray
He
guy.
better been spraying the dog.
Pat Buck is gonna be let go from WWE and suspended in WWE and from AEW in the same fucking year.
Wow.
Months apart.
I wonder how that interview is gonna go with the dog.
One bark for yes, 2 for no.
Says his little helper. Subtitles.
And then all them folks get suspended.
Yeah. And potentially
Potentially
Steel,
Ace is gone, and potentially Punk is gone.
Now that
But-
still hasn't happened yet.
Punk being gone because he was the focus part
he's
of the
starting the
focus.
shit.
It's not going to be a good look legally if AEW tries to fire him while he's out on injury after what just happened. So
I mean,
he's out
is
for 8
that
months.
really something that you can't do
Oh,
legally?
no, you can sue for wrongful termination.
But you're not
But
terminating.
that is a
No.
wrongful
Hold on. Yeah, you're not wrongfully terminating him because he's injured. You're terminating him because he knocked out an EVP.
No, like he can turn around and say again, EVPs, this is business. They didn't conduct themselves as businessmen. They conducted themselves as wrestlers.
But if
So
Punk
there
was
could-
the
there
one
is
that
a
showed
number.
all the first
Shouldn't that
punch,
fall under code of ethics?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
code of
like
ethics.
if you
No,
see
but
our company
both
comes
ways.
in swinging on us, we swing back. We don't get we
You're
do fire.
But you're defending yourself.
Yeah.
He threw the first punch.
Your reaction.
Yeah.
You're
And-
not the action.
and all accounts say Punk was the one that threw the first punch.
Yeah.
So why is he
Both
not?
accounts say Punk punch Matt.
So why is he not the one being punished? I mean, he's off of TV and he's stripped of the title because
And-
he's injured.
And he's technically suspended. Now, if
Is
you
he
wa- if you-
suspended
if
too?
you-
Because that hasn't been.
if you
been
want
said.
if you want to lay down the law, he's gone for 8 months. Oh, you're ready to wrestle tomorrow? Good.
Suspended.
Your suspension
Yeah,
starts
That's
now.
exactly what I'm
That's
saying.
what it should be.
He's not suspended now because he's hurt.
And none of that actually addresses Steel. Because Ace Steel isn't suspended or anything. He's not fired, but he bit a motherfucker. He knocked out fucking Nick.
That's the
Punk knocked
investigation
out Nick.
side. Yeah.
No,
Punk
was-
make out.
No.
No, it
Chair
was the
throw.
chair. It was the
It was
chair.
the chair
throw.
throw.
Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah.
Punk.
So
knocked him
I
out.
think that's the police part of it, because that's the investigation issue there. Because again, you're using a weapon
Yeah.
legally.
And that's gonna be a hard thing to go through in general, because this sounds like what got Bruiser Brody killed that night, and all the police are like, well, what's real and what's wrestling, what's scripted,
yeah.
what's real, and no one ever did anything.
That goes back to that comment that Cocabana liked about the performance. If you're a journalist asking a question inside of a area where where the character is responding to you,
Yeah.
that's a performance.
Yeah.
That's not real life.
Yeah. It was CM Punk at a media scrum, not Phil Brooks.
Yes.
Much like how everyone's like, oh, the WWE was done for Evan theirs, like where Roman just says, acknowledge me. It's fucking perfect. It's a WWE. The media
When
scrum
the
is
light
not-
is on, it's
It
always
wasn't
on.
Joe Anoa'i. It was
Yeah.
fucking Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Like, yes, that makes a lot more sense to me. These I get them because I love New Japan. Like, I don't watch them obviously.
Because you don't
I
understand.
don't
what
understand
they're
what they say. Yeah,
But when
but-
Saber throws a tantrum,
Yeah.
you get why he's throwing a fucking
I'm
tantrum.
like, oh,
I can read subtitles.
Yeah. But it's just a bad look, man. Like for everybody involved. Like Punk looks like a bitch. The Bucks look like bitches. Like everyone looks like, dude, wrong. Like no matter what side you were on, they both look wrong. Like and Tony Khan looks.
When I say
Really
everyone
bad.
was unprofessional, that includes Tony Khan.
Yeah.
He's yeah.
And it's because, mind you, we all want AEW to succeed.
But at
But
some
damn,
point,
you have to want to succeed
at
too.
some point, Tony Khan has to stop being the 35-year-old professional wrestling fan and start being the 35-year-old president of All Elite Wrestling.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that today,
Yeah.
but he has to actually treat that as a business.
I
and do
mean,
it seriously.
he could have just ended that press conference.
Yeah.
Right
yeah,
then.
yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, guys, no more questions. Oh, what the fuck are you saying? You
Yeah.
know, they're like, yeah, we'll be back.
Let's
We'll
talk
be
in the
back.
back.
We'll be back with Swerve in Our Glory. Punk, let's go.
He's
You know,
39.
There's
yeah.
another muffin.
39.
39.
There's another muffin in the fridge. Yeah. Like, we don't need to talk about that. Sorry, guys.
Papa Khan come in.
No shit. You know what? Shutting this all down.
Rule number one: you never react in the moment.
Yeah.
This conversation should have happened on Wednesday when the heads would have been cooler, and you could have had a foundation to start with.
Because
Even if you don't disagree on the opinion, you have to come to some kind of mutual understanding about the other person.
Yeah.
And hopefully make something work.
So then we fast forward to Dynamite. We got the official word that all these people are suspended and that the
No.
One of those
No,
weird
you're right.
things.
There was
So,
no
we,
suspension.
so what happened was we got on Dynamite, Tony Khan. We start Dynamite, Omega, the Bucks, and Punk. Neither of them are in the opening video package.
Right.
None of them. Tony Khan goes out there in front of the camera, and he says,
Very weirdly.
I've been forced to vacate.
I've been forced to vacate the world title and the trios titles. Here's the tournament, champions tournament for the world title, and the trios match that we had tonight is for the trios title. That's it. Did I
That's it.
mention
No
any names?
why, where,
No
when.
names, no why, no nothing. Yeah. I'll
So
let you have
he
it.
did
That's
the
it.
right thing as far as, what to do professionally.
In front of the camera.
Yeah, very weird the way, because you could tell he was reading, but he was like one eye at the camera. It was weird. Yeah, I guess. Weird. But, what do you think about what the decision was to do? The tournament, which, oh my God, another.
So
tournament.
as far as
Tournament of tournaments.
stripping everyone, it seems to me that Tony Khan's under the impression that everyone involved is responsible and everyone deserves the equal punishment. To start with, y'all ain't champs. Y'all aren't on my TV at least for the next 2 or 3 weeks, which means they're missing out on Grand Slam payday. So already, you got to, out of all things, regardless of what happened, a smidge of sympathy for fucking Kenny Omega, who just came back from injury 3 weeks later, and he's already off of television.
But
Again,
if you believe what we've been told about how that backstage morale meeting was, where he just shit all over everybody, that's kind of like a dick too.
Yeah.
Sounds like kind of a dick.
And
too.
I wonder how that morale meeting went when you're talking about Kenny saying his thing and what Punk was saying. Because
the
They
Punk
both
that
spoke at the meeting.
the Punk that we know and love was the one that was in the background of the ring when Triple H was giving his state of the WWE, and he was just rolling his eyes and this and that. Like Kenny could have been saying some really valid stuff,
And all
And
the
Punk would've-
WWE guys are like,
and Punk's like, "Oh, this guy," just
Yeah.
because he don't like. It. But we don't know. I'm creating a narrative.
So we heard the rumors.
but are you
of,
controlling
uh,
it? No.
We heard the rumors on the responses of that addressing where Kenny Omega spoke.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't know if we've heard. I know I've heard some of the reports of how the backstage morale changed
Yeah.
after Danielson, Jericho, and Mox spoke,
Mhm.
Yes.
and everybody's like, yeah,
Yeah.
they agree. The morale changed completely.
The
So-
guys who aren't EVPs.
Yeah.
Guys who know what the grass is like on the other side.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's so weird, man. We live in such a weird time wrestling wise.
I wanna bring up something about the trios titles. I don't see why the good, the bad, and the hungry weren't either awarded the title or
The title
Injured.
shot.
who's injured.
All of them.
Wait, who?
Reynolds.
Reynolds
he
is
got
injured.
He got hurt. Alex Reynolds.
Ah, okay. Because I thought it was weird that the runners up on both brackets were the ones that were fighting. I'm like, why wouldn't it have been?
Going to that, why not fucking call an audible to New Japan and get United Empire here?
Visas probably. Maybe.
Yeah, or it could be.
They had an event this week,
Yeah.
and it was the first event in New Japan where the crowd can actually chant and stuff again, no mask or anything.
True.
And they probably wanted them there, and they were there.
Man,
I mean, if they were on the other side of the
I
world, already,
didn't get a chance to watch it. I needed to make time to watch it.
Yeah,
Apparently,
yeah.
it was fucking good.
it probably was just too hard to get them from the other side of the world.
because I know
Imagine
the
that
tag
match,
team,
them
Yeah.
versus
the tag teams I forget their names, but they were defending their tag team titles at Strong this past weekend in California. And
Aussie Open.
yeah, they were defending their tag team titles in New Japan Strong.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they were stateside.
Yeah.
Oh,
they could've.
okay. Oh,
Yeah, again, weird things. And even the tournament's kind of weird. Like, Jericho and Mox had a
Get
bye.
buys because they were the first two champs.
I would,
What I would have
personally, I would have taken them out of the tournament.
It's story.
Jericho,
So you got Brian Danielson. So Brian Danielson and Jericho this week are going to continue the story of who's going to adopt Daniel Garcia.
I had I had a nick about that because they call it the tournament of champions.
Yeah.
So all of them were champions. When the fuck did Danielson win a title?
They're counting his championship reigns outside.
they
of
are
the
because they're calling them
the
the
six-time
six-time
champion.
champion.
Yeah, the six-time world
Yeah.
champion. That's what they're doing.
Which props to them because WWE calls Ric Flair like the 15 or 16
And most of them were WCW
yeah.
or NWA.
So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the tournament. I mean, I would have rather them do something with the fucking rankings. Like who was number one contender? Who was number
Or
two
the
contender?
Joker.
Yeah, or
I'll get to that.
Yeah,
I'll get to that in a second.
I would have liked to see something there. That being said, we know the way that the final four is. Who do you got? Danielson to go all the way?
Should be.
I think I agree there. I think I'm rooting for Danielson.
I'm going to be the black sheep here.
All right, who you got?
My final.
You got Sammy?
My final is
Yeah.
Brian Danielson losing to Darby Allin.
What? Darby's out already.
Darby's out.
Darby's out.
Motherfucker.
Sammy won.
Okay.
Yeah. It's Sammy,
Danielson,
Jericho.
Danielson against Sammy. Danielson wins, which is not going to matter. Because again, you missed the part of the ladder match about it ending without all the people being there. I don't know who caught this. In MJF's promo, he made it specific that he can cash in his chip whenever he wanted.
Right.
So he's cashing it right after the winner, and he's taking the belt. So I don't. It's inconsequential the tournament to me because MJF's leading Grand Slam with the title.
Okay.
And then you've got 7 weeks still to full gear to his opponent, whoever it may be.
Okay.
Fair. Yeah. Is that it
That's it.
for the AEW stuff? For the drama stuff?
Mm-hmm.
How about your opinions on the Aleister Black situation?
Oh shit.
So I think since we don't know what the conditions are, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. I just don't like that, like how fickle people are being about it. Like obviously, everyone's gonna have their preferences over AEW, right? It was a long story of, oh man, free Ali. You know, he wanted to be free. Luke Harper wanted to be out. Like, oh man, WWE are assholes for not letting them out of their contract. They're independent contractors, blah blah blah. Again, whatever, right? It's over. The first instance of it being on the other side, everyone's like, "Whoa, I don't know, man. He signed a contract," and it's like you can't have it both ways. You can't. I get it's shit timing as far as like for him to be doing it because all of a sudden Triple H takes over. He was his darling. He's gonna be like in control over there. Yeah. You have to go back and know the issues that Malachi Black has in real life. The day after he won the NXT Championship, he posted a long rant about how like I wish I could be happy right now, but my depression is beating me right now. Like it's a real fucking deal. I said it earlier, it's proof that money doesn't fix any of this shit. So like he's not in a good place mentally, nor he should not be out there like just because what if one day he just is fucking like just goes off the deep end and like break somebody's neck because he's not all the way there. Like it's a liability. So he's like, yeah, you know what? I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to. I don't think I want to wrestle anymore. So initially he went with that, and then Tony Khan said, yeah, I'm sorry, no, you're under contract. Then they negotiated conditions of his release, which probably is probably like, all right, as long as you don't go to WWE in the next like 5 months or whatever, like yeah. Again, AEW is not wrong for that because no matter what they do, they were wrong. AEW, like as far as like they don't win. I don't think they're not wrong. It's a lose-lose situation for Tony Khan. Oh yeah. Let one of my really good wrestlers go, or keep him be an asshole. No matter what he does, it sucks for him. But at the same time, he's a human being, so it's like I can't really.
So. You and I don't want to put stuff out there that we haven't put out there before, but you and I have been components of this, and we've done a lot of PSAs after the fact. Mm-hmm. So the first thing I want to say is I hope he figures it out.
Yeah.
The person, Tommy End, rather before the character or anything.
I don't think Tommy End is his real name.
Or whatever.
Mr. Zelina,
but
Mr. Zelina.
Yeah. I think the reason why the circumstances we're kind of like squinting our eyes is because I think this is the first legit time that some company outside of WWE has this problem, and we don't know how they handle it.
Yeah.
So the first time they handle it will be unique.
Yeah.
Is it the first time? Because isn't that what happened with Swole?
Swole's contract just wasn't renewed.
Yeah.
There weren't people that this wasn't a situation where somebody was under contract and it expired and they just didn't get signed. He's still under contract. So with the circumstance of the things around him, business-wise, happening or falling into place at once, fans can be skeptical. Mm-hmm. Like, is he really doing this? Mm-hmm. I left the position. Primarily, my excuse was I need to be closer to my family because family stuff happened. Mm-hmm. But I was not shy to say afterwards, I really want to leave on that.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's one thing to be, hey, I got to handle some personal shit. If you really need to handle personal shit, Tony Khan, as a businessman, should have said, you know what?
Take your time.
I'm going to pay you for 6 months. We'll do whatever you need to do to find
MJF.
And when you're ready, come back and we'll work it out.
MJF was literally off of camera for 4 months for work.
Yeah.
So yeah. He can make us like.
So if the person really wants to fix himself, Tony should have made the effort to keep him there and do whatever it took to accommodate. If the person is really trying to get out, and we find out later on that the primary motive wasn't his personal self, the primary motive was, I think I'll be treated better under Triple H than Tony Khan. And yeah, he's gonna look a little bit like a dick.
Yeah,
you know. But again, it's weird having this is how they're gonna handle the situation. You could wrestle in the Indies after 90 days. If you want to go back to WWE, it's 180 days or 200.
Is that one of the conditions? Because I saw that as a rumor, but I don't.
Yeah, that's my question there, because it's just rumored that he's not coming back.
Yeah,
nothing has been made official.
No.
And in that sense, don't you think right now that he has this time off of there was already rumors before that he
Yeah.
wanted out.
Mhm.
Nobody said the reasons why until it came out after apparently they handled their shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it came out after the fact when that there was that WWE was trying to get people's attention to sign him back, and Alistair was one of the guys.
Yeah.
That was the feeler going
Yeah,
around
yeah.
that. That's why they had that whole meeting of reach a contract and tampering.
Yeah.
So if that was the case, everything, if you put that into perspective, yeah, it looks like you're tampering with the contract.
Yeah.
You yourself.
Yeah.
It sucks that if he is having those issues, that's why he's having the time off. But yet we don't know if it's official that he's been let go.
Yeah.
Right now, and even then, if he thinks the answer is going to WWE because his wife works there, he was in NXT and WWE and still had the same problem.
Yeah.
So maybe going to WWE isn't gonna fix it.
And
he might not even go back.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think that's why.
He might not ever wrestle again.
He's like finally he'll be okay, like doing his own thing or whatever. But who fucking knows? We don't like. We're not those people. It just sucks to see because such a great talent. Like I still don't think he's reached his contract of what he can be. He should have been like WWE champion. Like he should be in this tournament champions tournament.
Because honestly, the story with him was actually leading to something bigger.
Yeah.
So creatively, he was expressing everything they wanted to do.
I'm sure he's probably like actual good friends with Brody King. Probably doesn't, hey man, I'm fucking sorry. I'm like kind of leaving you high and dry.
Yeah.
Brody King's probably like, dude, go fucking handle your shit. I'm fine. I got a metal band that I'm fucking hard, part of whatever. But like the other girl, fucking like she's in like I'm sure. That's what I'm saying. I think it's above wrestling. I think it's beyond wrestling. I think it's like
this isn't Braun controlling his narrative going back to WWE.
Yeah.
And tripping.
Yeah.
And tripping. Yeah.
It sucks, but hey, hope he gets fixed.
Yeah. So I got a question to fuck y'all with y'all. Because I see too many parallels and too many tributes. So I'm gonna just ask. Worst final year, Bret Hart in WCW or CM Punk in AEW? Because it looks like it's a cover song.
Bret Hart. Oh man.
I want to say Bret Hart. As someone who had Wrestling with Shadows like videotape, like I watched that a lot growing up. Like I watched it over and over and over because I was still like, is this real? Like, what am I like? I was 11, but you know, so I was still like, what the fuck did this actually happen this way? Like, this has to be. It's 2022, and I still kind of think it was a work. So that's why I'm like.
That's the grand conspiracy.
And that wrecked him in WCW. He was never the same after that screw.
I was also, Goldberg. But, like, just, my thing of like, oh my God, this cannot be like happening. It's a perfect, like, cut to the bullshit that happened to him. So it's like, damn, that sucks. But with Punk, it's more of like,
he brought it on himself. I mean, Bret, because with Bret, Screwjob didn't go. The last year in WCW. So Bret's last year in WCW, that you could tell he had still not let go of the Screwjob. His brother had just passed away in a weird ass way in WWE. He wins the title longer than he was supposed to. You think you signed Bret, you have him in WCW late '97. You have him with the belt within the next 3 or 4 months, right?
For sure.
He wins the belt. They don't know what to do with him. And then the Goldberg knockout. He didn't ask for any of that shit. Punk brought everything upon himself.
The way I see
he didn't handle his Colt crutch.
Yeah.
Like Bret couldn't handle his Screwjob crutch. Nobody fucking liked him. He was the odd man out in the locker room like Bret was.
Yeah. The way I
Punk got the belt a lot later than he should have, just like Bret got the belt a lot later than he should have. And now the injuries.
Yeah.
And now he's potentially fired.
So the way I see Punk,
might not see Punk wrestle again.
I see Punk in an ironic way. because he's a straight edge superstar, right? I have a very, very good friend of mine who has dealt with addiction like for a very, very long time. He's very, very, very talented, very, very intelligent, liked by a lot of people. But that fucking thing that he's addicted to fucks him up every single fucking time. He gets to a certain spot and then boom, and then bam, and he gets back up and goes, and then bam again. Like it's a fucking like death blow every single time. I feel like for Punk, he's his own like addiction. Like he's his own worst enemy. Like he everything always seems to circulate the exact same way when he's in like, top of a company or whenever he's doing whatever. He seems to rub people the wrong way, say things, be unapologetic for him, which everybody loves about him, but sometimes being unapologetic for you fucks you over. You know what I mean? But like you don't have that
Like
that
a dude named CM Punk does punk rock shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you're surprised Pikachu face, right?
exactly. So like he doesn't have that like capacity of being like, you know what, maybe I'm wrong on what I'm doing here. Let me look at it your way. Granted, I grew up around a bunch of punk rockers. I mean, I don't mean punk rock, I mean like crust punk. Like they're fucking assholes, but like they're my friends. But like they don't do very well with authority, no matter how good like they try to be.
Even if you are the authority.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like you gotta have to know how to keep them at bay, but they can't keep themselves at bay. He can't help himself, and it sucks because we're gonna look back, and I mean this is the end. Let's say hypothetically speaking, this is the end of CM Punk. What is his legacy 10 years from now?
It's a rough legacy, man. Because at the height of his heyday, he was always second fiddle. When he had that 400 some odd year reign, he was like how he said in all those promos. He was never the guy on the fucking promos. He wasn't the guy on the poster. He wasn't. Yeah, he didn't have the promotional cup. He wasn't that guy. He never was the fucking guy, even when he was at his peak. And then, here he was supposed to have this fucking renaissance, and it went as well as his MMA career.
Yeah.
Damn, that was a good one.
If you won a couple matches here.
Yeah. Remind me, how many times did Punk lose?
In AEW?
Yes.
MJF.
Moxley.
Twice.
Technically twice. And Moxley.
But out of coming out of it, the story didn't end after those losses.
Waiting.
It was Moxley won it, then Punk won it at the end, and that was the end of the story. MJF,
and then
beat
Punk
him. Punk beat him.
Huh.
So don't you think that if the story benefits him, he's happy, and when it doesn't benefit him, everything goes to the shit?
Well, and see,
That can go back to WWE.
And
Well,
that was the whole reason why he left WWE, because shit didn't go his way.
and shit was going. This is something else. I think it was also Bully that said this. Bully Ray was like, "Yo, you just won the title in your hometown in the main event, and you have MJF come out to challenge you. You're holding up the belt, showing you respect, and you know you're gonna have something going. And you're talking about fucking Colt Cabana,
And you bury MJF too?
yeah, like all this.
It's like
Okay,
he has this
we-
imposter
we-
syndrome, man.
We said this. Yeah, that's probably
Yeah.
true. We said this like, oh, we're gonna get back to MJF, and we never did. That's kind of the theme of this week.
Yeah.
Oh my God, MJF is back after 3 fucking months.
And now.
Oh my God, and nobody cares. But it's not that nobody cares; it's that it's overshadowed. Cause I care. Holy fuck, I'm glad MJF is back. And that promo on Dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
Was he a babyface? What?
For
Why
like
the fuck?
10
For
seconds.
He was. And then it's
And
like,
he was a big
This is what it's like,
Yeah.
huh? I'll get used to this one day.
Yeah. And that was great. And I want to see more of that MJF.
He basically reiterated Punk's famous promo. I'll get the belt. I'll take it to a company where it's worth something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And MJF is like, he should have been the one that should have been the talk of the town after
MJF,
this.
he's seen it at MJF's Punk right now.
Yeah. And you know what? If all this is not a work with Punk, fuck it. Fuck it. MJF is now the guy, the new guy. That's who everybody's gonna put their balls behind. You know.
MJF is gonna out CM Punk. Well, that was the plan.
And do it classy.
Yeah, because he's better than all of us.
You know it.
Couple more things.
Ah, Jesus.
We'll be quick. Are any of y'all old enough to remember the renaissance of professional wrestling in Channel 39? No. Well, this Saturday at midnight, the new season of WoW
Yeah.
premieres
Oh, Women in Wrestling?
on Channel
Speaking of
39.
CM Punk.
That's it. Unless you guys got like 2 or 3 more minutes, or unless there's something on there you want to talk about. All right. Keep count in your head and give me the number when we're done.
Okay.
Bucket list wrestling edition.
Oh,
1 point for everything you've done.
okay.
So just, meet your favorite wrestler. Attended WrestleMania live. Attended a Royal Rumble. Sat front row. Came out on TV. Attended WrestleMania week. Got an autograph. Went to SummerSlam. Went to a WWE pay-per-view. Wrestling road trip. Watched wrestling in another country. Watched wrestling in another state. Have a merch collection. Went to a Dynamite. Went to an AEW pay-per-view. Spent a bunch of money on merch. Watched wrestling in an iconic venue. Attended a Lucha Libre show. Attended Wrestle Kingdom. Saw a death match live. Got a social media like from a wrestler. Took a sign to a show. Went to an Impact show. Went to an ROH show. Went to an indie show. Got a cameo from a wrestler. Watched wrestling all day. And attended a New Japan show live.
17, 18. Wow. What's your number?
I shit low.
26. Nice.
Those 25 questions.
Well, that was fun.
That was fun.
Are you doing anything anytime soon? UPW?
Yes. The 17th, so next weekend is UPW. We're in Bay Cliff, Texas again at the Bay Cliff Volunteer Fire Department. We're finally going to have Dubron versus Kid Ransom for the Texas title. That was supposed to happen last month. Things didn't quite work out that way. So we're finally going to have it. See if Dubron can best Kid Ransom and get that Texas championship away from the wild card. Then we also have God damn it, who is Emilio Tovar versus Chris Lyons for the UPW Cruiserweight Championship. Chris Lyons has had that title for the better part of, I want to say, 9 months, maybe closer to a year. He's earned the nickname the Wood Chipper because he just throw people at him, he just spits them out. And
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
He's fucking great. And Emilio Tovar, I really been wanting to see more of him in UPW. And now that he's like no longer a tag team, he kind of split off from his tag team partner Dex Harm. Now I guess he's gonna try his hand at some singles competition here because he's wrestled in other places in Texas and around the Houston area, and he's doing really, really well. So seeing him versus Lyons, that's gonna be something, man. That's gonna be a hard hitting fucking match, man. So yeah, that's the 17th, Bay Cliff, Texas, this Sunday. Excuse me, Saturday. Woo. Hector? Arnold? All right, that's it. That's the show. Adios, my friends. Keep it classy.
Still shorter than the AEW pay-per-view.
That's it.
Oh, man. And my chair had a cushion on it.
That's what?